We are awakened, awakening. Divine presence, limitless potentials, having a human being, a planet Earth dream. My name is Ashley-Nicole. I'm a channel for the divine. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I heal myself in the spirit using my Shaman Mama capabilities, my spiritual gifts, my ESP, my multidimensionality. And I heal myself and I channel the healing energies and messages into the music. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I also have a podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, which is available to stream for free on YouTube as well as Spotify. Again, I heal in the spirit. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Jewish culture, widely awaited Mashiach. Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? We are one. One energy manifested as many beings, having a human experience within the galactic creation, within infinite creation of a divine presence, divine creation. Again, my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I heal myself in the spirit, and I channel healing energetic. I channel healing energies and messages, and I channel transcendentally ancestral forces, beings, some we know by name, some that are introducing themselves to humanity. We're introducing ourselves to them. Universal forces, universal wisdoms. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube as well as Spotify. I also have another healing channel. We do powwow sessions over there, y'all. I call whenever I'm healing in the spirit, calming my energy, using my spiritual gifts, my psychic abilities, my shaman mama capabilities. I'm talking to my soul, healing in the spirit, to uplift my vibrations, to remember more of my divine presence. My limitless wellness balance is universally aligned, universally assigned. Universally aligned, universally assigned. Let me slow down. The upliftment and regeneration of all things. And I'm healing myself in the spirit. To remember, garner more conscious awareness of my limitless potentials or my soul's wisdoms. I call these powwow sessions. This is what we do within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. It's a channel on YouTube. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free. All right, y'all. We're about to cook dinner here on Facebook. Facebook community. Hey, Facebook fam. Hey, sisterins, brethrens of humanity of planet Earth. On Facebook. I'm about to cook dinner, and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna get started. We're eating rice again today, yes, but we're doing a like a brown sauce, like a savory sauce, and with green beans and over rice. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. We would call it like a gravy. You know, it's like we're just gonna say brown sauce. I like brown sauce with the green beans over gravy and. With green beans over rice, whatever the soul spirit wants to share with us, teach us about, my soul spirit wants to teach us about, that's what we're going to talk about. I'm probably going to do some lyrical breakdowns as well with my music, about, sing some of my songs, some lyrical breakdowns and things. Let's get started. Y'all, let's get started. Let's get started. So I'm going to eat this carrot. Yeah, we're going to do the carrot too. We're going to do green beans and carrot. We're going to do green beans and carrot. Now I'm really hungry. I really need a snack. I'm just sipping on this grapefruit soda to I'm hungry. I need some sugar or something because I'm hungry. I just finished writing the first song, which you can check out my writing sessions, they are pre-recorded. I also have studio sessions that are live. I do live, but they're saved live sessions. But just subscribe to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube to catch the live sessions. I just finished my first song. That's going to be on the new album. It's called Self-Love, From Formless to Form. So our limitless potentials manifested within space and time. With the paradigm or the illusion of dimensionality, I look like I have a beginning and end, but truly I'm limitless. You look in the mirror, you look like you have a beginning or end, but truly you're limitless, infinite. The album Self-Love, From Formless to Form. The writing sessions are streaming on the channel Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I just finished writing the first song. I need to edit the second session. I finished writing in 2 sessions. I need to finish editing the second session and publish it. That'll be done by Wednesday. What's today? it's the end of, I know that it's past Wednesday. I think it's like, I have no clue what day of the week it is. I know it's like, it's either Friday or Saturday. Something like that. But we're like at the end of this week. So by next Wednesday, midweek next week, the second session will be published on the channel. You'll be able to see the writing process for the song's called Right Now. It's really beautiful and like poetic and prophetic, and it's intended, the vibrations of the song. Like my soul taught me, hey, Ashley, we need to cook at the same time. I got things to say. My soul's like, Ashley, say this. I got things to say, but I also need to cook. Give me 1 second, y'all. My soul's like, hey, Ashley. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, understand music is technology. You can use it to expand your consciousness. Like we want you to use it to create healing for your consciousness, or be high vibrational keys and notes and tones with the words you use. And, healing yourself, channeling high vibrations into the song. So when people experience it, it awakens latent DNA, or awakens divine wisdoms and healing, rejuvenatory factions in the DNA and uplifting things in the cellular functioning of our vessels and our existence to create wellness and balance within our humanity. We're going to talk about it. Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. The Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. The Divine says, the Most High says, by the year 2033, we will be in the divine remembrance, DNA activation, consciousness expansion. And by the way, consciousness can mean many things. Right? You could study it, whatever it brings to your soul, whatever your soul tells you it is to you. Consciousness is perceiving ourselves in more abundant ways, with more abundant thoughts, more high vibrational thoughts, or more divine wisdoms. Come say hi to the love. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, my mom. Hey. My mom, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. All right, you enjoy yourself. Consciousness is basically the way we perceive ourselves. So the thought patterns we use and fixate in regards to our existential nature. So we're growing in, that's a dimension, a way to perceive consciousness. So we're going into my soul's like, this is what we wanted you to share and incantate, Ashley. Great. I'm glad I got the message. Through. We are my Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be in a state of heightened consciousness awareness in the masses, humanity, to understand that, or embodying more of our soul's energies, our soul's more abundant, wider scope understanding of who we are and our existential nature. We'll be in a state of heightened consciousness awareness by 2033 to understand, as a community in masses, humanity in the masses, to understand that we are human culture of planet Earth with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, as well as no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Y'all have to burp. Whenever I start channeling and I'm drinking soda, I belch. And you'll see that in a lot of my content. I'm going to just step to the side and I'm going to try to do a quiet burp. Give me 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. I'm back. So by Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy, by the year 2033, we will be a human culture of planet Earth with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, we're all a part of the Divine says the makings of us. When we were in a gestational phase, or a dense throng of energies, a dense embodiment of energies that said that were out of alignment with universal orchestration, or higher vibrational understandings of our existential wisdoms of who we are. And this misalignment to our universal existential remembrance of who we are, the Divine says it was a part of a gestational phase, or the ways of nature. My soul says, the Divine says, whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Everything we experience in our individual lives as beings of divine creation and as a collective called humanity, everything we experience in our human culture is a part of our evolution or the makings of us. and the makings of us in which is casted by our existence. Our existence is symbiotic with our reality. Just like we're symbiotic with each other, our energies reflect and refract and reverberate to co-create how we show up as beings and how our reality manifests. And our energy embodiment is the real of our story, or our DNA, or the evolution of our soul, or the makings of us. Our energy is not happenstance or perchance. It's encoded in our DNA, in our molecular structure, in our cells. The soul's like, we want to see if you're going to get into all this, because baby, streams, mitosis. What about mitosis soul? What about mitosis soul? We can talk about it. It's fine. My soul's like, we didn't know if you wanted to get all into this. No, we can get all nerdy. No, we can. Soul's joking about saying nerdy. No, we can get into it. We can get into it. DNA. DNA. No, it's fine. I'll cook. We're gonna cook. My soul's like, but you need to cook your food. Like, we gonna cook, but let's get this with these wisdoms out. DNA, mitosis, cellular structure, molecular structure, DNA, mitosis, cellular structure are symbiotic, diffusing, contracting, distracting, paramount, symbiotic relationship, a divine orchestration that allows for the upliftment of the reals that are your realities, your stories, your lives, your human. I'm gonna watch that back and I'm gonna get the divine revelation off of it, because I was just saying the words, because I was like, I don't know where we trying to. So just like, give me the words word by word and I'll say them. Got the words word by word. We're saying them. Whoa, because okay, we look like we're stagnant. You know, we look like we've been in a dense vibrational thong of energy where we look like we're stagnant. I look like I'm a solidity. But truly, I'm waveforms, and we know this through our sciences, quantum physics and beyond. We're light and waveforms and things beyond our synaptical understanding of reality at this moment. You know, my soul told me my soul told me that there's infinite paradigms when it comes to the makeup of our existence. We know energy. Energy is one paradigm of infinite paradigms. My soul says that there's regenerative energies, restorative energies, okay, we're gonna start cutting this carrot. Maleficent energies, and I know what maleficent means. My spirit's like, we just trying to see if you'll say it. Okay, it's like a mic check. Because you remember last live? If you haven't seen the last live, you can go back. You can go Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. You can go to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, and I saved the lives. The last live, I said that we had we're quantumly entangled. Our beingness, we're divine beings that are. We look like we're in shape and form, but we're really quantumly entangled with limitless potentials, or all the divine creation. We're limitless, omnipotent. And I channeled that we have crystals in our pineal gland they're quantumly entangled. They're quantumly entangled with every dimension of God's creation. I'm being channeled to and through by divine presences. They want to perceive if we can step outside of the bounds of our rigidity, or this dense throng of energies where we have these belief systems of what things mean, what things are. And these belief systems of what things mean, what things are, created death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, because it's the energies reflecting and refracting through our beingness that manifests to how we show up and how our existence creates. They want to see, can y'all step outside of what y'all think these are? Even if it scares you, say maleficent energies. Ashley, we know that in your reality that means evil, bad, and y'all are afraid of being evil and bad when it comes to spirituality and things beyond spirituality. But can you say it? To step outside of what you believe things are, what you believe is right, to learn new things about yourself. That's the time that we're in. Can we follow our heart space to learn new things about ourselves beyond what we thought we were, beyond what we thought we were in our existential nature? And when it comes and for things as simple as dinner, can you follow your heart space to cook something different for dinner? You know, have something different for dinner beyond what you thought you wanted. To learn new things about yourself. To allow life to be a relationship of learning and growing into greater conscious awareness of joy, happiness, abundance, and embodying your soul's frequency or limitless potentials. In the spiritual community, we call these spiritual initiations. I'm going through a spiritual initiation right now. We call these spiritual initiations. Can you follow your heart space, even if it feels scary or different or weird or gives you anxiety? I've been going through a lot of these for the last. We all go through them all of our lives, but I'm more consciously aware of it. I'm like, okay, I'm being like spiritually initiated. Can I step out of who I think I am to grow into new dimensions and more abundant and opulent and omnipotent and well and balanced and soul aligned dimensions of myself? To show up and create a reality that represents more abundant, omnipotent, limitless, well balanced, universally aligned embodiment of self. That was beautiful. Let's clap that. Thank you, universal forces, self, soul. My ancestor said, whenever you want to hug us, Ashley, just hug yourself because we are one. So thank you so much. I'm about to get to making this food because I truly am hungry. I truly do want my dinners. So we need to get some gosh darn. We need to clean this carrot. We got to prep our veggies. Shout out to my little sister, my sister, my divine goddess sister, divine prison sister. Because I remember when we used to cook, it was twice. We did holiday dinners for the family. And she didn't really want to cook with me. No, my sister, Sky, she didn't really want to cook with me. But I was like, Sky, be my sous chef. And she was my sous chef, baby. And I made her do all the grunt work. Like I was Gordon Ramsay or something. I made her do it, baby. I made her, baby, prep all the vegetables. We made spring rolls. We made a Chinese dinner. I think it was like Mother's Day or something. We made spring rolls. I know, baby, I could have easily bought shredded carrots for the spring rolls. Baby, I bought whole carrots just like this. And I had her, baby, cleaning the carrots, shucking the carrots. Skinning the carrots, cutting the carrots up. Like she was my sous chef. And I'm just walking around the kitchen, putting dishes together. You know, she was like, baby, I had to say a prayer. I was like, I'm so sorry. Because she was not happy about it. I'm so sorry, Sky. That was rude of me. That was rude of me. And I told her to call me Yes Chef. I told her to say Yes Chef. I just said that. Yes Chef. Ashley can't know Yes Chef. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't tell her to say that. These days, if we cook together, I need to hear Yes Chef. I'm just kidding. But that's exactly what I'm about to do. I don't like cleaning vegetables and stuff. It's not my favorite part, the prepping part. But we're going to enjoy it. We're going to just be in gratitude. We're going to be in gratitude. Baby, buying all carrots. Oh, shoot. Nah, we about to cook up. Because I want this brown sauce to be silky smooth. I want it to be delicious, silky smooth, right? We're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I'm thinking, because the soul was like, okay, if you want a silky smooth brown sauce, then you need to roast your vegetables separately. Because I was gonna throw the vegetables in the brown sauce like a stew. But no, because I'm gonna need to strain the brown sauce to make it roast, to make sure it's silky. I'm gonna need to strain it, so I need to roast these separately. Let's clean them. We're gonna be here like for probably like an hour and a half, hour 45. It's okay. That's perfectly fine. I was kind of tired. I was kind of. It's okay. We got this. We got this. Clean our carrot. We're still getting comfortable, y'all. So y'all can't see my sink. Magic Meals saw me. Y'all can't see me at the sink. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Did I talk about it yet? I don't think so. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. I intuitively cook whatever my soul tells me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We go to the grocery store. We use mystery ingredients. We laugh. We joke. We kiki. We get divine revelations. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. Again, Magic Meals has seen me at the sink, baby, a few times. But Facebook, not yet. Not yet. Y'all can't see me at the sink. It feels too intimate. It feels so intimate seeing me at the sink cooking and stuff. All domesticated. All domesticated at times. It's so intimate. All domesticated. Yeah. Like I'm somebody's wife. Like I'm somebody's wife. Like all of the sinking things. Like I am. I'm married to the divine, the Most High. Ooh, let's talk about it, Ashley. Ooh, Ashley. Ooh, baby, you just stumbled into a very hot topic. Hot topic. Just stumbled into a hot topic, Ashley. Ooh, goodness. Let's talk about it. Ooh, y'all. Okay. Baby, we got plenty of time. Baby, I'm baby skinning this carrot like I'm somebody's grandmama, and we gonna talk about. Baby, I'm gonna talk to us. Let my my crone energy or my wise old woman energy come through. Now, babies. Now, babies. Now, you know how we look for love outside of ourselves? August Alsina was on to something. You know, for a second we thought, don't go looking for love. But baby, he was giving us a spiritual hymn. Don't go looking for love, because it's inside of you. You are love. Okay? Okay. Okay. And once you realize that you are loved and everything that you're imagining, because, ooh, baby, divine revelation. Ooh, and I experienced this today on a new level, but I didn't let myself see it like we're about to get it right now through the words. Everything you imagine your perfect partner to be, like your perfect match of what you're looking for in a spouse and a partner. You know how you imagine it, and you just, you get excited, and you just think about like where that person is, all the things. You are that person. And you can imagine it, and you can imagine these things because those are things that you already are. And then we get like upset and frustrated and sad when we're imagining our perfect person, and then we're just waiting for them to show up. We're searching for them to show up outside of ourselves. And we're in lack about it because we feel like we don't have our person. We're without our person. You are your person. You can imagine and have all these visions and things about who your person is, the characteristics they hold, what they look like, all the things, because you already are that. You already are that love. What happens is, whenever we're in lack or we're searching for anything, whatever vibration we hold, that's what the universe delivers to us, or that's what we manifest, or that's what we co-create, or the energy we put out is summoning, creating what it is that corresponds with our energy. So if you're looking and searching for your person, you'll always only meet people which are validating your look and your search. Meaning you're always going to feel like you're compromising or coming up short when you meet somebody. If you just hold the energy, I know who I am. I know that I'm all things. Focus on who God created you to be. Focus on what God put into you to vibrate and to share with the planet, to uplift the planet and to make it more better, more well, more joyful. And let it be with abundance, as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. To allow you to manifest or hold the vibration of your fullness or your abundance that you are. So when your person shows up, they'll mirror back to you, reflect back to you abundance and fullness. Period. 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 And I was introspecting, reflecting earlier. This has been, I knew since I was young that love is a part of my story. And it was remembering that I am the love that I'm searching for. And it's, everything we experience in our life, it's literally a part of our soul's mandate, our soul's ministry of the medicine that we came here to seed on the planet. The medicine being our authentic vibration or our soul's energy and higher vibrational octanes of reality, higher vibrational octaves of reality. When you raise your vibration, who you were 7 years ago, when you raise that same vibration, that's who you were going to be in 20 years. So the person you were 7 years ago, you're like, man, I was doing this, this, and this. I was cutting up. I was wild. If you just raise your vibrations, you know, go, baby, for 30 days, sit with yourself, pray to yourself, all the things, fast from the world, you know, whatever your soul tells you to do, and you raise your vibrations, you're that person you were 7 years ago. Do all the work to raise your vibrations. You're going to become the person you would be in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 100 years, 1,000 years when you raise your vibrations. So time is relative. What really influences change is our vibration. Like I went through a rapid exponential. Y'all know, y'all see me like, who is that? That's Ashley. Whoa, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and say hi to the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and say hi to the elephant in the room. How did she change so much? I raised my vibrations. Or God sat me down and said, hey, Ashley, you need to become everything I created you to be. Because the medicine I see inside of you helps catalyze all of humanity into realizing the medicine that they are, or their higher vibrational presence, or their angelic presence, or their divine presence, or higher vibrational futuristic embodiments of self in the now moment. To be limitless potentials in the now moment. To be wellness and high octane wisdoms and solutions for our human culture, for our lives, our lifestyles, and our human culture, humanity, and our planet in the right now. Not waiting it'll happen in 10, 15. No, we're raising our vibrations so it happens now. Right now. Like the song. Y'all can go check it out. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Literally. Like the song. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. The writing sessions are up there. The second session will be up there midweek. Next week, midweek, from the date of this video recording, this live recording. So, yeah, I've done a lot of soul searching and healing and things. And God was like, Ashley, once you remember who you are, I'm going to send your person to you. Because I know who my person is. I know who my divine counterpart is. I've known for a long, long time. I know who my person is, my divine counterpart. And I've had relationships outside of my divine counterpart. And which I didn't really want to do. I knew that at a young age, I didn't want to do this. But my soul was like, Ashley, God. And I've actually done installments about this. Kingdom Things podcast, installments about it. There's one specific one I'm being guided to mention. Kingdom Things podcast. Again, if you go into the catalog on YouTube or Spotify, if you go to the catalog on Spotify, just type Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Go to the catalog. There's a search bar at the top of the catalog, and you type in "Forgoing the Ideology of Sin." It's a channel transmission. And that channel transmission, I'm channeling wisdoms from the divine. I tell stories about myself, and I tell about the stories about how God was like, I needed you to experience all the partners you've had because it was a part of the makings of you. Everywhere we've been, I don't care how old you are, everywhere we've been is a part of the makings of us. And it's a part of our soul's mission for our souls to garner the tools and wisdoms and experience, for our lights to come on, or for us to remember that we're divine presence, limitless, and for us to activate into being an energy of solution, of wellness, of abundance, for the trials that we faced when we thought we were in lack. When I thought I was without love, I thought love was outside of myself. And when the whole time I am love, I'm a high vibrational frequency remembrance of love that I am, that we all are. High vibrations wellness. I thought I was without love. So I said that to say, whatever trials and tribulations you had, you know why you had those trials and tribulations? Because you were well equipped to supersede them, overcome them, and be medicine and wisdoms for the dimensions in which you faced in your life in which we saw as tumultuous. So, Forgoing the Ideology of Sin on YouTube, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. You can find it on YouTube as well as Spotify. I know who my person was for a while. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, when you remember who your person is, God's like, I'm going to send them to you, to your front door. Babe. I'm going to send them to you. Bless me. You see, I burped. Bless me. Excuse me. And this is where we get into how beautiful, we can call it wild, or we can say beautiful and abundant divine creation is. Because how we think things are going to work out is not how they work out all the time. So you have to let go and allow things to be what they're going to be. So when the guy said I'm sending it to your front door, babe, I thought it was gonna be like an Amazon package. 2-day delivery, you gonna show up, ding dong. I don't got time for it or nothing. Just, hey, Ashley, hey. Baby, no, it's not the case. Why? Because we're dealing with, we're all creator experiencer beings. Or we're all limitless potentials, and we all have preferences that we get to align with. And we get to go to God. When things don't work out the way we think they're gonna work out, we're no longer manipulating each other. It's brass tacks. Brass tacks. We're no longer manipulating each other. Before as galactic beings, we have a long, like as beings, humans of planet Earth, but we have a galactic lineage, ancestry that we stem from, and I've had to dig deep to learn from the galactic ancestry from inside using my shamanism skills, my multidimensionality, and I record a lot of this in a hefty amount, 98% that I come into conscious awareness of. I record in the podcast. Again, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, available on YouTube and Spotify. And I also recorded, I documented in my animated series. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube for free. AP Short Stories on YouTube. You'll find Asia's Story, and the channel is called AP Short Stories on YouTube. AP Short Stories. You go on YouTube, the channel is called AP Short Stories. And the animated series is called Asia's Story, the animated series. Streaming for free at this time. So I record a lot of my conscious awareness of our galactic history, ancestry, and my inner space. And I think on the last live, I channeled, it was a divine revelation. Our galactic history is inside of every human being. It's a part of our DNA, or our story, or our will. You just go inside to ask yourself about it, and you'll get the answers. However the divine speaks to you, it's your unique, authentic lingo with the universe, or yourself, or God. Just wait for the answers, they'll come. Whether it's like a psychic ability that's unique to you, or something that's more prevalent, like synesthesia or clairaudience. Those are things we know about. Might be something that's maybe an experience, a divine encounter that you had that's unique to you. Nonetheless, validate yourself in your knowings to become more comfortable to remember from your soul space, for your soul to teach you and grow you and groom you and divinely refine you into more limitless potentials in the tangible, as biblically prophesied. Second coming of Christ. This is where we are. Biblical prophecy is ancient prophecy, Maya Hopi. And many other Australian Aboriginal prophecy, many other dimensions of our planet have this time prophesied where we awaken and remember from the inside. Our DNA activates, our vibration raises, and our soul teaches us and remembers like, hey, you've been here before. Not only have you been here, but your limitless potentials, your God in the physical. And everything you experienced when you thought you were alone was a part of the makings of you. Let me grab a knife. These are all the things I speak about in my podcast and more. My music, podcast, animated series, my literature. Asia's Story, the animated series. The inspiration from this actually came from my books that I channeled. My soul was like, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, we're going to remind you. And I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. My soul wrote it through me. I automatically wrote it. Soul wrote it through me. Divine intervention style. My soul wrote it through me. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in Amazon bookstore. You can also stream it. I audio book style. Kingdom Things podcast on YouTube. There's 2 playlists in the playlist section where I read the books. Asia's Story, and I think 3 chapters of My Other Half. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. It's available in the Amazon bookstore. Paperback copy shipped to your home, as well as digital download. The first 2 parts are Asia's Story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises which help her remember, help her go into her inner space and be reminded by her soul, her ancestral forces, her multidimensionality, her limitless potentials that she is love, to co-create a reality that mirrors the love that she is. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is a twin flame, divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. One soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. As humans of planet Earth in many dimensions, they know they're supposed to co-create a love and life together. But each lifetime says that their love can't work. The book is prophetic. It's so beautiful. There's like many love stories in one book. It's so beautiful. Again, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing paperback, the first 2 parts, Osseous Story comes in one binding, mailed to your home. If the third part, My Other Half, is a separate book. Digital downloads, all 3, it's 3 digital downloads, 3 purchases, $29.97 plus tax for digital, $29.98 plus tax for and whatever shipping and handling is on Amazon for the books, for paperback books mailed to your home, 2 bindings. Now, to go straight, make sure you get to the right links, because there's the Unconditional Love Literature series. That's not me. I'm the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. If you go to the Kingdom Things podcast on YouTube or Spotify, and you go to just click on the latest video, you go to the description of the video, you'll see the links, the specified links to do digital or paperback copies to mail to your home for the books, for my books that I self-publish with the universal forces or God, the Most High, my soul guidance, the whole process. I was like, I was nervous about writing books. I was scared. I was like, and then publishing them, the whole process, my soul walked me through it. It was really beautiful. It's really beautiful. It was really beautiful experience. So, I thought my twins were going to come to my front door, knock on the door, ding dong. Ding dong, I'm here. Nonetheless, I've had a beautiful and abundant journey, even when it felt like it wasn't beautiful and abundant, my journey. Even when it felt like it wasn't beautiful and abundant, I've learned a lot of emotional mastery, self-mastery, learning how to choose my highest joys and choose what's best for me, for my soul's evolution. When I say best for me, best for my soul's evolution, my soul path, I pray about that all the time, because I see how you can make choices. A higher wisdom understanding is any given moment, any given season in which we are always only on our soul's journey. That's a higher wisdom. Another wisdom is you can make choices that are healthier, where you choose to align with what you intended to be on a God level. I pray that all the time. I was like, let what I do, let what I create, let what I be universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Let me be in my soul's path, my authentic soul's journey, as I intended to be on a God level before I incarnated. Because we get here, we get distracted. We incarnate, our limitless souls incarnate, and we get distracted. But again, distractions are what? Evolution, growth, wisdoms. Everything we experience is packed with wisdoms. Our wisdoms. All of our experience are wisdoms. It's just about going into our inner space and asking ourselves, what is this supposed to teach me about myself? We're gonna do in my podcast. It's a Kingdom Things podcast, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment Call to Action. We're gonna do the Facebook Call to Action. Sit with yourself for at least 2 hours a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness of my limitless potentials as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things? And so it shall be. Mashallah, inshallah, bismillah. Amen. Shalom. Ashe, namaste. Shay, thank you. Because getting back to our galactic history as galactic beings, y'all. And shoot, I'm gonna need a sip. I need some more. The energies are coming through. Let me get some water. Here's my water right here. I'm gonna step off the sides of the camera and just sip this water. And we're gonna talk about a little bit of our galactic heritage, the history of our galactic heritage, and how it shaped us to who we are today as modern day humans. Let me step to the side, drink some water. We'll be back in about 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Commercial break. Just watch the wall. That's the commercial break. Just watch the cabinet. Be right back. We're back. We're back. Our galactic ancestry. We're past demonizing the makings of us. This is biblical. This is a biblical tradition story about our origin story as galactic beings, divine creation, divine beings, human beings of planet Earth. Planet Earth is truly a realmly creation. Its energies in the dimensionality or the form and the shape in which we see planet Earth, it's all about part of our belief system. The way we perceive reality is a direct mirror of our belief system, who we think we are, what we think reality is, what we think all things are. Our reality is truly fluid energy, and we know this through our sciences, quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Kabbalah has it at the beginning of space and time, the 6 spheres of creation. I channel 6 spheres. I think Kabbalah might be 7, but my soul spoke to me through me. Says six spheres of creation came together at the beginning of space and time to create 6 spheres of energy. Omnipotent, God power, limitless energies came together to create a greater, omnipotent, more well-balanced, loving, uplifting, unconditionally loving force, fortified force. But when these 6 spheres came together, they actually created chaos. And when chaos ensued, so did space and time. Why? Because whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Space and time ensued to sort out the chaos, or sort out the chaos that was a summation of the 6 spheres of creation coming together to create something more, to create a more omnipotent force or energy. They have this in Gnostic Christianity. You can look this Kabbalah. I know, baby, Kabbalah. In Gnostic Christianity and many other ancient religions and teachings around the planet have this origin story of chaos for our creation. The spheres of creation come together to create a more omnipotent energy. So when the chaos ensued, space and time ensued to sort out the chaos. Yes, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. I want to orate this as beautifully as possible. It's really powerful. The energies are coming in. I get to select the words. Okay. Reading the energies. Okay. So when space and time ensued, so did the illusion of finite or dimensionality or form. This omnipotent energy now looks like it has finite dimensions and form or limitations, but it's truly limitless. This is where the galactic creation spawns from. Beings and planets, all the things. Yes, there's evolution of many stories, and that's what reality is. That's what God's creation is. Divine creation is stories taking place or evolution. And we know these stories or evolution are the projection of the energies that create the shape and form of the beings and circumstances and planets or realms or shapes. And then the energy we move through as beings of planets and realms to create our existence or our stories. The energy we move through is encoded with information or programs to move and evolve creation. We know that move and evolve creation. Creation has microcosms and macrocosms. Our individual lives we are creations as human beings. Our individual lives and in our human culture are creations as human culture of planet Earth, human beings of planet Earth, of divine creation, of limitless potentials. So when galactic creation ensued at the beginning of space and time, as a summation of the 6 spheres of creation coming together to create a more omnipotent, benevolent, well-balanced, unconditionally loving energy, fortified force, wisdoms. The illusion of finite. So we started playing out stories in galactic creation, and there's many gestational cycles of this, meaning we know them as parallel realities. We know these as parallel realities. There's many gestational cycles of galactic creation. There's many gestational cycles of human beings of planet Earth. There's many gestational cycles of our solar system, of our galaxy, of our universe. There's many gestational cycles or parallel universes where there are minor changes in the storylines. God does this, creates minute changes in different storylines or gestational cycles to be able to perceive itself. We are all God, a manifestation of the same omnipotent energy. And we look like we perceive ourselves as varying dimensions of the one force. There's an omnipotent force in which we're all one in, we're all connected to, quantumly entangled with. And this omnipotent force is all-knowing, so it knows what's going on at all times. As incarnated galactic beings within space and time with the illusion of finite, we only have a certain scope of conscious awareness of what's going on at any moment. And that's a part of us being in story or evolution or a life in reality as a unique, authentic frequency or a being that is whatever your name is. Our gestational cycle of galactic creation, which is synonymous with all the gestational cycles of galactic creation. I'm going to tell the story as I'm channeling it, as I know it, because it's in the podcast. As I've been studying, my soul's been teaching me. It's in the podcast, other things. We've been a cycle of gestational cycles of war, slavery, death, poverty, destitution. Meaning we were looking for love outside of ourselves. Ooh, full circle. Ooh, full circle moment. Ooh, I love when I was channeling and they just wrap back around. Baby just wraps back around. I love that. I love it so much. We were in cycles of destitution. We were looking for love outside of ourselves, or we forgot that we were whole. We forgot that we were full, F-U-L-L, as well as F-O-O-L, meaning we don't know everything. But we know where to go to know what we need to know, to our inner space, or the space, the dimensions of us that are to consult with, the dimensions of us that are connected to all things, or our God presence, or our souls, or our higher vibrational understandings of who we are at any moment. We were gestational cycles of beings that we forgot that we were F-O-O-L, meaning we don't know everything, but we know where to go, our inner space, our soul, our heart space, all the things. Prayer, meditation. We forgot that we were F-U-L-L, meaning we're whole in all things, we're one in all things. We became gestational cycles, galactic creation of destitution, baby. Storylines. We talk about the real storylines, dimensionality. We were storylines of kill, steal, destroy, war, famine, poverty. Humanity of planet Earth, human beings of planet Earth, we're a part of the restoration, as all beings in all dimensions truly are. But this is where we are in a phase of creation where we are remembering that we're F-U-L-L, as well as F-O-O-L. I'm F-U-L-L. I know I'm one with all things. I'm full. I don't have to go outside of myself and run and search and chase the bag and find my partner and be on Tinder, swipe left to right, all these Tinder dates. All these Bumble dates. I don't need to go look. I just need to know who I am. I need to go inside of myself, ask my soul, call to action 2 hours a day. And it's a forever journey. It's not Amazon. It's not 2-day shipping. You get the product and ding, that's what the evolution of existence is. It's coming into greater conscious awareness of our limitless potentials. It's making this a way of life. Having an inquisitive disposition about our existence, asking your soul from the inner space, who am I? Who was I created to be in my most abundant potentials? Whoever you feel comfortable praying to. Whatever ancestral force you want to pray to, they'll guide you, they'll help you. Best believe it. That's what King of Things podcast is. So many ancestral forces guiding and helping us, lending their wisdoms, their energy to remember us and to our divine potentials, our F-U-L-L-ness and our F-O-O-L. Not being afraid to ask the questions in our inner space to our divine presence in which we are one with. So we were galactic creation. We ensued at the beginning of space and time when the 6 spheres of creation came together to create our more omnipotent, abundant potentials, limitless energy. Actually, it ended up being chaos. Not to worry, when creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. So what had happened? Space and time ensued. Galactic creation came into being. Because whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Galactic creation came into form to help sort out this help figure balance. Help figure balance out of the chaos of the summation of the 6 spheres of creation. We're awakening and remembering from being a galactic creation where we are destitution, baby. Infinite stories of war, famine, poverty, slavery, all the things. Manipulating one another. That's what it was. We were trying to get to no longer manipulating one another to get what we want. We were a long history of manipulating on the outside, trying to move around reality, baby, be a smooth talker, all the things, whatever we felt like we needed to do to get what we desired, to create what we wanted. That's what we would do. No longer manipulating reality from the external to get to our end goal or to get what we want, but mastering the fact that we exist. And because we exist, whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Because we are a creation in which exists, when we need something to grow and evolve, it's supposed to naturally be produced. We just have to be vibrating to be able to perceive when we're being gifted what it is that we need for our growth and evolution, what we want, need, and desire. We're no longer manipulating each other to get what we want. That's what we've done for eons as galactic beings. It's not just humans. It's like, oh, humans ain't humans ain't SHIT. That's not true. Humans are abundant and beautiful. Everything we experienced was to be the remembrance of the abundance in which we are, to be the mastery of the abundance in which we are, our limitless potentials, and the tangible with the illusion of finite and form. I need a bowl. I need a bowl. All of this is in my podcast. I mean, I channel whatever calls out to your heart in the podcast. I channel so many ancestral forces. So many ancestral forces, many cool beings, interdimensional beings. I've channeled insectoids. Like, I'm gonna ask the question. Ashley, what's the like most taboo, subject, all the things in your podcast? We cover some heavy hitting stuff. The heaviest thing would be pedophilia. I channeled a few dissertations, or I channeled a few things about pedophilia in the podcast. And God was like, I needed to keep y'all running from yourselves. Plain and simple. I needed to keep y'all running from yourselves until I was ready for y'all to remember who y'all were. I need y'all to run from your inner space and not remember that you're one with limitless potentials, divine presence. I had to keep y'all running from yourselves until I was ready for y'all to remember. I need y'all to run in the world and have the experiences that will make you masters of your remembrances, that will make you a responsible wielder of your limitless potentials and your illusion of finite form. So I had to keep y'all running from yourselves. So that's why pedophilia ensued. And it's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy to take accountability. We're not the only ones to have this type of stuff in our culture, human culture. We are one energy. We have this in our human culture. We got to face it, take accountability, to garner the wisdoms, to evolve the energies, to create something else. So we don't have pedophilia in our culture anymore. And that goes for all things. Whatever you don't like in reality, be like, sit with yourself, your soul, like, hey, what is this supposed to teach me about what is this supposed to teach me about myself, soul? And your soul be like, hey, that came into creation because this happened. You don't remember, but I'm reminding you right now, you were being over here. This happened. That happened over there. So it's supposed to teach you how to do this, how to be well in this, how to, So the divine was like, hey, y'all had this. I had to keep y'all running from yourselves, humans of planet Earth. I was like, yeah. And the Kingdom Things podcast, there's many dissertations on this, but the one that's I'm being guided to mention is called The Army. I channel Archangel Michael. Ascended Master Katumi. And Leopold, was it Leopold the first or the second? Excuse me, Leopold. I'm so sorry. Leopold, Holy Roman Emperor. Holy Roman Catholic Emperor. Holy Roman Emperor. That Leopold. I channel him as well. In respect to the ancestral forces, I wasn't prepared for what he had said, what he channeled through me. Because normally when I channel things, I already healed. I already saw this inside of myself. Because as below, so above, I see all the energies inside of myself first. I got to dig deep and into my DNA and to see why is this okay. And I garner the wisdoms from my inner space. So I already know what we're about to talk about. Especially if it's a heavy hitting subject. I've been healing this through my inner space with my soul to help heal human culture for the last 2 years. So past few months, few weeks. So I know what we're about to talk about. Usually I know what we're going to talk about in the podcast, especially heavy hitting topics. But Holy Roman Emperor Leopold, baby, surprised me. I was like, whoa, shoot. You can stream it on YouTube and Spotify. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole on YouTube and Spotify. He channeled through myself. Ooh. And I know I'm safe in my soul. Like everything is for wellness, to create wellness and upliftment of human culture. I was not expecting it. And I'm proud of myself because, baby, I held it together pretty well. all things considering, baby, I handled that pretty well. I was like, because I don't want to disrespect the ancestral force. My soul said, hey, Ashley, don't judge, shame, blame, or resent anybody. Because it doesn't add to solution. It only perpetuates the imbalance. I call it no guns allowed. No guns allowed. No shame, blame, resenting anybody. And it's a practice, right? I was like, shoot. I was like, whoa. I was like, I didn't even know. I didn't. I was like, dang, shoot. I was like, wow. I didn't know how to react. I was like, shoot. I was trying to keep it professional. You know, I'm doing a job. I'm channeling the ancestral force for healing. For the divine, the most high, the divine say, hey, Ashley, all of my podcasts are God-driven. God's like, hey, I need you to look at this in human culture, heal this up, garner the wisdoms. I need you to, channel this ancestral force in the podcast. For it to be God's like, your podcast is a resource that I'm planting on your planet. As humans awaken, it's divinely gifted by the divine, God the Most High, and it's a gift for my soul because I follow my soul guidance. And for my brain, I don't know how to create clean up things. I wouldn't know how to create clean up things podcasts if I was just using my brain. I follow my soul guidance, right? So every podcast is soul guided. It's a resource for humanity as we awaken, right? So the army, Archangel Michael, Leopold, Holy Roman Emperor. Archangel Michael Kutsumi, we talk about pedophilia. And it's like these things, these really dark, dense, scary, like heavy dimensions, fearful dimensions in our society, such as pedophilia. Our humans of planet Earth are not the only galactic beings that experience stuff like this. They're like, believe it or not, it gets much, much worse. It gets denser. And I was like, I don't even, like one day we'll have to look at it and know about it because we're one with all dimensions of galactic creation. And one day I'm going to have to look at it and feel the energies. And in those energies are wisdoms. I'll filter the energies through my heart space, let it filter through my heart space, and let my soul give me the wisdoms from the energies. One day I'm going to have to look at it. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm scared. Shoot. Dang. Why are you scared, Ashley? Why am I scared? My soul's like, why are you scared, Ashley? Because I've seen some heavy stuff. As far as the makers of us, galactic beings and galactic creation, I've seen some heavy storylines. When I say stuff, I mean like storylines, things that happens within our creation. We're cleaning it up now because we're turning on our lights. We're aligning with higher vibrations, which create a higher vibrational society, human nature, human culture, society, galactic creation. Once we uplift, we assist with uplifting all things because we're quantumly connected with all things. This goes for all beings of God's creation. Once we become more, this goes for all beings in God's creation, all dimensions of God's creation. Once we become more well and balanced, we assist with making wellness a balance, or we reverberate an energy of wellness and balance to uplift all things. I've seen some heavy stuff in the spirit about the makers of us. And I garnered a lot of beautiful wisdoms. A lot of evolution at the same time, synonymously. With facing the heavy stuff, that's my biggest motivation and inspiration. I know I'm going to garner a lot of wisdoms from whatever I face, and that's why I do it. I'm going to be more well and balanced, moving it through my heart space, garnering the wisdoms. What was it supposed to teach us about ourselves, me about myself? That's the heaviest topic. The heaviest thing. My soul wants me, baby, I'm getting soul guidance to talk about something else, and I'm nervous. This is heavy too. I haven't even published. Let me rinse this off one more time. I haven't even published any of the Kingdom Things podcast installments where I talk about this. It's not that I'm like just holding back. Baby, my calendar is booked and busy. I'm not just sitting on them, being complacent. My calendar is booked and busy, okay? I wanted to be booked and busy, and I am. I'm super booked. My calendar is booked and busy. Like, I have ancestral forces like, hey, can you channel me for your podcast? I'm so booked. I'm booked all the way up until, I'm booked like into third quarter of 2026. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. I say it to myself, but I get to say it in a public forum. I'm booked into the third quarter of 2026. I'm booked up. I have, meaning like I have like every week. I take a couple of months off. Like I take 30-day eat, love, pray months like twice up until 2026. I take 30 days off and don't do any Kingdom Things podcast transmissions. Because other than that, I haven't booked one every week, right? Where I record, I channel ancestors and we heal different paradigms in human nature, healing frequencies and stuff. Booked and busy. I'm not just sitting on these installments and things. I'm not just not delivering the wisdoms and the healing frequencies and and the stories and remembrances of our creation. I post every Friday. Every Friday, every Monday. There's a new Kingdom Things podcast installment every Monday, again at 7 a.m. Monday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. YouTube is Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube as well as Spotify. Now, y'all, what I'm about to share, I have not published any of the installments with this in there. All right, I'm gonna tell the story. I'm not just gonna hold this, because if I don't tell it now, baby, it's gonna come. Because I talk about it. I talk about this in the Kingdom Things podcast and songs, which will be out in like 2 months. It'll be out in 2 months. I tell the story, but I don't actually channel the actual beings that are in the story until 2026 next year, like in second quarter, which means it won't be out until like Christmas time, maybe New Year's of 2027. I was sitting in my room. I'll tell you my process of connecting to multidimensional beings. When I first started Kingdom Things podcast, I thought I had to find this is how I got the divine revelation to start Kingdom Things podcast. I was healing myself, all the things, and then one day my soul said, "Go walk out to this park. Walk out and sit in the park." It's like a reservoir area. It's like a little forest trail reservoir area. My soul's like, "Go walk out to the reservoir and just sit there, just sit out there. Walk out there, sit out there." And I did. Follow my intuitive guidance. I did. I just sat there just waiting for. I knew, baby, I was about to get some communications, some divine revelations. My soul said, "Hey, start a podcast." I said, "Okay. What are we gonna name? What are we gonna name it?" I knew there was more comments, like name it Kingdom Things Podcast. I said Kingdom Teams, TINGS. I was like, I like that, Kingdom Teams. My soul said, "No, Ashley, Kingdom Things, THINGS." I said, "No, Teams." My soul said, "No, Ashley, Things, TH, okay, INGS, Kingdom Things." I said, "Okay, cool, Kingdom Things, I got it. Kingdom Things Podcast, I got it." My soul said, "Talk to the sensitive souls." I said, "Okay. Okay, go ahead, go get started." And I started practicing. Started practicing the podcast in my room. I would just follow my intuitive guidance. By this time, I did start channeling already, because consciously channeling is new to me. I did start channeling because I was healing myself, all the things, following my internal guidance. And one day my soul was like, "Hey, when you get home," I was out running errands, and my soul said, "Hey, when you get home, just sit in your chair. Go to your room and sit in your chair." I said, "Okay." I went go in your room, sit in your chair, and close your eyes. I said, "Okay." And I knew I was going to channel, because my soul's been guiding me to the understanding of what channeling is, to my conscious mind. Our souls will know all of this. All of our souls know how to do these things, know these things. But my conscious mind wasn't really familiar with channeling. Channeling is where there's many ways to do it. You can research it yourself, but basically I'm a bridge to from the universe, multiverse. From the multiverse to humanity. I'm a channeler. I'm a conscious bridge from the multiverse or infinite dimensions of God's creation to this realm. So beings, entities, forces can deliver wisdoms, healing frequencies, messages through myself. Channeling the energies through myself to share with the planet. We all do this unconsciously, subconsciously, because that's what our existences are. Is channeled energies that reflect and refract to create our form that we see in our mirror. That's really and we know this through our sciences. That's how energy works. That's how light works. And we are light. We are energy. We really are channels, right? I consciously channel communications from other dimensions as a human being on planet Earth into our realm, our planet, our humanism. My soul said, "Hey, Ashley, when you go home, go sit in your chair, close your eyes." I said, "Okay." And when I got home, I sat in the chair, closed my eyes. And I turned my insect, and my soul said, turn your camera on. And I turned my camera on, and I started channeling, and I channeled the Pleiadians. Now, I already had conversations with the Pleiadians. Pleiadians are part of our ancestry, our galactic ancestral lineage. You can research the Pleiadians. They're depicted as a Nordic race, and they're like, this is fine. We're okay with this. They're depicted as a Nordic race, or like fair skin, blonde hair, blue-eyed beings that look like us. They're humanoids. They look a lot like us. Some of them are a lot taller. Like they have a bigger structure. They're taller, have a bigger structure than us. Like they're taller. But they are humanism. They're Nordic beings. All the things. If you look, I have some Kingdom Things podcast installments. We're like, yeah, y'all know us as a Nordic race, but we have many beings that you know, they're classified as Pleiadians, and not just humanoids. We have insectoid beings, Pleiades. I channel insectoid beings. I channel insectoid beings. That's another story. We're talking about the other story. Well, we'll do a brief tangent. It's not that big of a tangent, but I channel insectoid beings. They came to me in the spirit. The first time they did, I was scared. I felt their energy. I was laying in bed in meditation at night, and I felt their energy like it was like buzzing. It was high vibrational. It was so different. It was exotic. It was an exotic energy I've never felt. My brain was like, what is that? What's that energy? I felt it was just buzzing. I was like, I was nervous. I was scared. I felt like a looming presence. And then and then I started reading the energy, it was a telepathic communication. And they were making themselves known, basically. They were like, we're an insectoid race, insectoid beings. I was like, okay, how can I help you? I'm meditating, how can I help you? And it's just like, I can't even remember but I think they was like, we'll come back some other time, because I was scared. They're like, we can see we're scaring you. We finna dip up out. We're going to come back some other time. I said, thank you. I was like, I ain't here. I probably wasn't in the mood. I was probably going through it that day. I wasn't in the mood. Like, not tonight, please. Thank you. Not tonight, please. No, thank you. So I started my podcast. Okay. I channeled. So that was the first time. And the next few times, it wasn't so scary. It was more familiar. That's how I know in the spirit, because I was healing in the spirit, raising my vibrations to come into conscious awareness of when I had experiences as beings in these galaxies, realms, all the things, as insectoid beings. I was remembering. I was like, whoa, yeah, I remember. And there was this praying mantis being that came to me and said, congratulations on helping remember humanity into y'all's multidimensionality. Speaking on that, Joe Rogan just posted a podcast about the title of the podcast is U.S. Congress claims that multidimensional beings exist. This multidimensional being, praying mantis, came to me when I was in meditation prayer. They were like, congratulations, Ashley, on helping with awakening humanity to this remembrance that y'all are multidimensional beings, that y'all are limitless multidimensional existence. Congratulations and thank you for playing your part, because I was healing myself. I emanate a vibration into the whole human collective, all of humanity, our DNA, our genome that we're all connected to help us all raise our vibrations and remember our abundance, our limitless nature. The praying mantis was like, congratulations and thank you, Ashley. And then the praying mantis was remembering me, like, hey, this has been our mission since the beginning of galactic creation and beyond. For this to be the case, for us to be here in remembrance as bipedal beings of God's creation and limitless potentials with the illusion of form and finite. So I channeled the praying mantis into my podcast, Kingdom Things podcast. You type in the praying mantis, that podcast will come up. I also channeled a cockroach being. Yeah, a cockroach being. And I yeah, cockroach being, yeah. We don't like I'll say past tense. I bet, let's be honest right now, because I talk about it in the podcast. We gotta meet ourselves, face ourselves. I know it sounds wild. It really does. It just shows us what we were talking about earlier, stepping out of who we think we are to come into greater conscious awareness of dimensions of ourselves beyond of who we thought we could have been in that dense energy. In higher vibrations, we know these things. And when we channel things or we have epiphanies or divine creativity, that's us remembering our divine presence. So I was scared. I'll say it again, I was scared. I was laying on my bed. I wasn't even in. I'm always in a walking meditation, walking prayer, because I'm always consulting with my inner space to learn and grow other things. I'm like, what is this? But I'm always in my inner space, growing and evolving. I was laying on my bed, and then in my mind's eye, I saw cockroaches. I was like, ugh, I don't ever want to see a cockroach again. I was like, ooh, no, thank you. Ooh, transcended. My soul said, Ashley, there's a cockroach being waiting to talk to you. I said, oh, I said, I am so sorry. I said, excuse me. Ooh, that was rude of me. I said, ooh, that was rude of me. I am so sorry. Yes. And the cockroach was like, we understand. we understand. It's cool. They're like, can you channel us in your podcast? They're like, we want to let humanity know that we come in peace. Like insectoid universe, insectoid beings, we come in peace. And we expect y'all to reciprocate the same thing, you know? To remember that y'all are one in us, we are one in you. So they were like, can you channel us on your podcast? I was like, yeah. I was like, they had me go look at the Men in Black clip on YouTube, the cockroach being in the Men in Black, and I got scared. I was like, and they're like, you see how you reacted? I said, yes. They're like, y'all got to clean that up. Like, we're not, y'all, that's, we're not going to gaslight you, because what y'all are really remembering is experiences when y'all went to war with beings that look like us, or y'all went to war and y'all were beings that look like us. Y'all went to war, we were battling all the things, and you either went to war with us, or you were us and you went to war with other beings. Like y'all remembering tragic things that actually happened. But we need y'all to clean it up, like to go into your inner space, remember, and remember that you're one in us. Remember that we were created to be wellness and balance. I was like, yes. So Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole cockroach beings. So I channeled them, and I'll tell the story about, baby, how we came into contact. So I started the podcast. I channeled the Pleiadians for the first time in my room. I didn't publish that recording. But I thought I had to find people to be in my podcast when I first started. So I thought I had to find people. So I had talks, sit-downs with two people, two human beings in our dimensionality of existence. And then after that, my soul was like, hey, Ashley, don't go look. God was like, the Most High was like, hey, Ashley, don't go look for nobody else to channel your podcast. Don't do it. So I stopped doing it. But I would be guided into prayer meditation at night. And every night when I went into prayer meditation, there'd be another ancestral force that was helping me heal my inner space. And they'd be like, hey, can you channel us on your podcast tomorrow? And I'd be like, yes, surely. And that's how it's been ever since. Ever since. So that's how I come in contact with all these beings. Now I'm about to tell y'all a story about these alien beings. These multidimensional beings in which we're one with, that I'm going to be channeling in 2026. There's going to be a podcast that comes out in about 2 months. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole on YouTube and or Spotify, where I'm going to tell the story I'm about to tell. I tell it in the podcast. It's about to be published. So if you want to hear the story again, you can go watch that podcast, or you can watch this live, which is going to be available Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Y'all, we've been here for I don't even know how long, but baby, I'm still sous chefing. I'm still cutting up these things, but I've been telling a lot of good stories, getting a lot of healing in, all the things. And so I'm not complaining. I have gratitude. I'm in gratitude. Making this sauce not going to take that long. I'm about to tell the story. The story's going to be in you can go to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube and or Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. And or you can, in a couple months, subscribe to Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube and Spotify. And I'll let it be known. I'll let it be known when I post the installment, when I post the podcast with the story that I'm about to talk to y'all about. I'll let it be known. I'll let it be known. I'll let it be known that this is a podcast I'm talking about. This is a podcast I'm talking about. I gotta wash these pots. I forgot. I gotta wash these pots. I really meant to do this as my before I started this live. I meant to have these pots washed. We guys are getting our rice on and our brown sauce. All right, I'm gonna tell the story. Cause I've been running from this. This story is like I've been running from it. I'm gonna be honest. I've been running from it. I mean, I've been running from it. I was sitting, I told y'all a story about how I come in contact with the multidimensional beings. I was sitting in my room, my little office space, at my desk space. I was in prayer meditation. I was looking at stuff, and then I was guided to go on TikTok. When I went on TikTok, the first video on TikTok, I don't even follow these people. I don't even follow the people on TikTok, but it came up in my feed about these multidimensional beings or aliens that lived under the Mesa Basin. The soul says in Arizona. I don't know how they say Arizona, Mesa Basin. Mesa Basin, Arizona. That's what I'm channeling. Mesa Basin, Arizona. Soul said that's correct, Ashley. Mesa Basin, Arizona. It's like there's the alien beings that live under Mesa Basin, Arizona. I said, whoa. And then, baby, mystical experience. The energy started swirling, all the things. And they're like, can we speak to you? They're like, that's us. Like, we're the I was like, yes, hello. I was like, hello, yes. Hello, yes. They're like, yeah, how did they start the conversation? Like, they were like, can we speak to you? And I felt their energy move through me. Like, can we speak to you? I said, I felt their presence. They're like, can we speak to you? I said, yes. They were like, because these beings know what I do, baby. They know what I do on this earth plane. Because I do a lot of healing. I channel a lot of ancestral forces. I uplift a lot of energies and things. So, you know, they're aware of me, all the things. And my soul would connect me. You know, I'm protected, so my soul connected. You know, a lot of the communication, all the things. And they were like, can we speak to you? I said, yes. I said, yes. They were like, can you channel us on your podcast? I said, yeah, surely. They were like, we were part of slave trafficking of humans. I'm just waiting. At this point, I'm waiting for the wisdoms. I'm dropping this in my heart space. Because my soul, I've done a lot of healing. It's all through the podcast, all throughout Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I've done a lot of healing to understand that everything in my reality, everything that I'm perceiving is only a dimension of myself. No guns allowed. No shaming, no blaming, no resenting, no fear. Casting fear. I said, okay. I'm like, I'm trying to understand it. I'm like, why are you, so can I help you? But I get it though. I know why they're tapping in with me because I've been working on that with my soul. I actually channeled with the installment. It's called it's like the end of pedophilia and human trafficking on planet Earth. I channeled a prophecy from the divine. God's like, no more human trafficking and no pedophilia anywhere in my creation. I'm not having it. God's like, we don't need it anymore. I'm not having it. So I channeled that, and I've been healing energies in my inner space that are connected to our ancestral lineage throughout all space and time or all galactic creation when it comes to self-desecration, like pedophilia, and human trafficking, and slavery, all the things. So I get why they're tapping in. I get it. Okay, I'm about to learn something to help uplift it through the soul space, through the heart space. I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. Okay, I was like, but still I'm waiting. Like, okay, yes. You're part of human trafficking? Yes. I'm like, okay. And then they were like, can you tell us in your podcast? I said, I'm waiting for my soul to come intervene. I'm like, okay. And then they told me the whole story. They were like, we had a peace treaty with the Galactic Federation of Light. I was like, okay. I was like, and y'all are part of human trafficking of many beings, not just humans, multidimensional beings, not just humans. And they were like, yes. They were like, yes. Did you need to come in here? Oh, I'm so on live. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll tip this way. Give me a second, y'all. were like, we are part of the Mesa Basin, interdimensional beings, aliens. Mesa Basin, Arizona. They were like, can we speak to you? I said, yeah. They were like, we're part of human trafficking, slave trafficking, sex trafficking of human beings on planet Earth. I said, in many dimensions, multidimensional operation. Human beings are part of the operation, all the things. I was like, I just dropped to my heart space. I was like, we don't do this no more. I was like, shit. I just dropped to my heart space because I know my soul's about to, baby, share the wisdoms with these beings. Because I was like, I don't know how to tell. So my soul say, and they're like, we get it. They were like, we get, no more slave trafficking, all things. They were like, we get it. And they're like, we'll deal with our karma because we understand all of God's creation is changing, evolving. We'll deal with our karma. We get it. And they were like, we had a peace treaty with the Galactic Federation of Light. No, that's not what happened. The peace treaty, the Galactic Federation of Light chimed in. The Galactic Federation of Light. We talked about on Kingdom Things. Facebook Community Live. You can hear about this in Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I transcendentally channeled Galactic Federation of Light a few times, but we're gonna last live Facebook Community Live. We talked about it the last live. The Galactic Federation of Light. You can go watch the last live. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Go to the playlist section. You see the Facebook community lives. You can go watch it on Ashley-Nicole Music on Facebook. We talked about the Galactic Federation of Light last time. It's interdimensional, universal co-creation of universal forces and beings that seek to keep the peace and wellness within galactic creation. So they chimed in. They're like, "Whoa, hold up, y'all were doing what?" They're like, "We had a peace treaty with y'all. Y'all were doing what?" They were like, yo, we was trafficking beings. I was like, how did they do that if they had a peace treaty with Galactic Federation of Light? And then I was like, what? Because the Galactic Federation of Light, that's benevolent, working to establish wellness, peace, balance within all the galactic creation, galactic beings, galactic colonies, planets, Earth, all the things. I'm like, how did that happen? How did that happen? I was like, dang shit. I was like, how did that happen? Because, baby, I work close with the Galactic Federation of Light. How y'all, like, shoot, baby, And I talk about this. It's the Kingdom Things podcast installment titled Ancestral Teachings. It has more in the title, but that's all I remember, y'all. Just go into the Kingdom Things podcast catalog. If you go on Spotify, this is the best way. For this forum, this is the best way I'm going to direct y'all to find these installments because I'm not going to link it below. Because normally I'll say I'll link it below in the description of the video. I'm not going to link nothing. Y'all just go to Spotify. Not for the Facebook community lives. Y'all just go to Spotify for these installments. Click on the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips catalog. And then at the top, you can search the whole catalog. Just type in the words. Type in Ancestral Teachings. I channel the Kings of Kush. Who else did I channel? Leonardo da Vinci. Who else did I channel? Who else did I channel? A lot of ancestral forces. That's not it. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about is the origin. Okay, scratch that one. That's a great installment as well. It's really great. We get a lot of great wisdom, healing forces, energies, jokes, all the things. Story times, all the things. It's a great installment as well. The one I'm talking about is the origins of the divine human are now. I talk about the channel the Kings of Kush. Y'all have to watch me wash dishes because I need to wash these dishes. No, y'all can't see me. This is Facebook. Y'all can't see me wash dishes. I'm gonna trinkle the water and keep on talking. But I really need to cook my food. I'm really hungry. So give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. The installment is called The Origins of the Divine Human Are Now. And I talk about remembering these things. I talk about the divine remembrance. I was like, I started channeling the Galactic Federation of Light and getting all the wisdoms, divine remembrances. And I was like, I started remembering how I didn't always like how the Galactic Federation operated. I started remembering these things. I was like, I didn't always like it. And they're like, we're glad you're honest about this, Ashley. So y'all don't have rose-colored glasses. Y'all's expectations on being conscious galactic beings. Everything's not peachy, green, peachy, because we have differences, different preferences, and different ideologies on how we think things should go. So I talk about this within the origins of the divine human are now. So, I'm already, baby, eyes wide open, baby. I'm looking, lurking. I'm being inquisitive. A better way to say it, I'm being inquisitive. Because, I want to learn. I want to garner the wisdoms. And what? No guns allowed. And what else? Everything in our reality is only a manifestation of the energy in which we are. So I'm trying to learn. I'm looking at all the things. I'm doing my spiritual studies, my prayer meditation. I'm following my internal guidance. All the things to garner my wisdom, studying all the things. And the Arizona Messabations, aliens, interdimensional, extraterrestrial forces say, hey, can we talk to you? I said, yes. This all started, I was guided to go on TikTok. I found my spirit, go to TikTok. I went to TikTok, first video, Messabasin alien forces. I said, and they energy came, was like, can we speak to you? I said, loud and clear, I said, yes. They're like, we've been part of sex trafficking, human trafficking of human beings, part of the operations. I said, okay, got it. I understand why they're coming to me. I said it earlier, I said I didn't understand, but that's not true. At first, I'm like, why? I was like, oh, and I was like, okay. I had an intuitive understanding, like, okay. The divine mandate, no more human trafficking, no more pedophilia, all the things. They're like, we understand there's no more of this on the planet. We get it. And, we'll take our karma or we'll learn our lessons from what we've experienced and all the things. I said, cool. And the Galactic Federation chimed in and said, hey, y'all was doing what? We have a peace treaty with y'all. Y'all was doing what? And I was like, how did I have a peace treaty with y'all? And they was doing it. And then the Galactic Federation let me see. This is a really cool, really sacred. All of this is super sacred, by the way, BTW. All of this is infinitely sacred. It's divine remembrance, divine presence, divine operations, on how creation works beyond the facade or the surface of our tangible reality as we perceive it in any moment. Multidimensional existence. Galactic Federation chimed in and said, hey, Ashley, we had a peace treaty with them. And they were communicating with the beings. I didn't hear them. They put me to the side. They said, hey, Ashley, we got to talk to them separately. Go ahead and mind your business over there. I was like, okay. And they're like, we didn't know that they was doing this. I was like, how did y'all not know? And then they let me perceive. I had an existential perception where they let me perceive that reality has wormholes of existence. So it's like you could duck into a dimension of reality and not be seen. You could have a whole operation and there's infinite wormholes. There's infinite dimensions of reality. So they ducked into a dimension of reality where the Galactic Federation didn't know what they were doing. Didn't see their operation. I said, shit. I was like, okay, I perceive. And I understand this. Intuitively, I understand this because I've been doing healing and I have a Kingdom Things podcast installment called Time Warriors. It's audio style. So I'm living my life and I'm healing all the things and I'll get an intuitive divine revelation. And my soul's like, hey, Ashley, record this in your voice memos for the podcast. And I've recorded and it's a bunch of existential wisdoms of how time is lucid. And there's another installment called Lucid Dreams. That one's also audio style. It was a reminder from its ancestral forces, gurus, high vibrational beings, reminding me of the lucid, multidimensional, divine, sacred existence in which we are and which all is. So I get the wormhole thing. I was like, okay, because Time Warriors, Lucid Dreams, I understand this. I've been remembered into a lot of these wisdoms. Mind you, there's infinite more wisdoms to learn and to integrate because reality is infinite. But I was like, okay, I get it because my soul is baby gurus, all the things, the spiritual masters been coming to teach me in the spirit, all the things. I get it. But I feel like Avatar, the last airbender here, which we all truly are. We all truly are. But that's how I feel, baby. All the ancestral forces coming in the spirit to help me remembering all the things, teaching me, I channel everything into the podcast. 98% goes, 99.9%, 99.2% goes into the podcast. I channel all of it into the podcast. So Avatar, just sitting, all the ancestral forces teaching me. So when the wormhole thing, I understood it and I could actually perceive it. They let me see it. It was like reality, and then it's like reality bend, and then it was went into the wormhole, and then reality looked like nothing happened. But so people ducking off into dimensions of reality where you can't perceive what they're doing. I said, okay, I get it. So alien extraterrestrial beings were part of sex, slave trafficking on our planet, multi-billion, trillion-dollar, quadrillion, multi-dimensional operation. And God's like, that's got to go. It has to end today. God's like, no more of this in my creation. I was like, shit. They were like, we get it. And then I'm gonna be channeling next year, third quarter, booked and busy. So I'm excited to garner the wisdoms, all the things. And whatever they want to share, it's going to be, let it be universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. And so it shall be for our divine remembrance to be who we were created to be in the God, in the divine. And God said, humanity, I create the human dharmic purpose. I talk about this in Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, as well as Kingdom Things podcast. God's like, it's biblically prophesied. God's like, I created y'all to be wellness, balance, happiness, the remembrance, and a journey of embodying more conscious awareness and energy and energetic vibrations of your limitless nature, of your high wisdom, limitless potentials. I created y'all to be in joy. I created y'all to embody your joy, your wellness, your limitless potentials, to co-create realities and cultures, human cultures that reflect your limitless joy and wellness infinitely, infinitely. So yeah, I was guided to share this. I was running from it. This is like the fourth time I told this story. And it didn't feel as scary that time, so I'm glad. About 2 months, I'll be publishing an installment. I just channeled Marilyn Monroe, y'all. I just channeled Marilyn Monroe. I just channeled her, and hi, Miss Sherry, Miss Rabia Sherry, hello. I just channeled Marilyn Monroe, right? And it was such a beautiful experience. And I'm gonna tell y'all what she taught me. It was really powerful. What we taught each other. It was really powerful. It was really, really powerful. Well, because I've been going through a lot of spiritual activations, right? And remember who I am in God. And a lot of spiritual activations, remember who I am in God. And a lot of times in the spiritual community, when you start evolving more in the spirit, we start demonizing our human nature or who we were in our past. And God told me, God said, hey, Ashley, I need you to own every part of you. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, the installments called Forgoing the Ideology of Sin. The Divine's like, I need you to own every part of you. Why, Ashley? Because every given moment, every given season in which you are, was always a part of the makings of you. So God's like, in order for me to shape you into who you're going to be next, I knew who you were 10 years ago, 10 months ago, 10 days ago. I need you to understand who you were there, or to not disown that dimension of yourself, because there's wisdoms, there's experience in those dimensions of yourself, in which I'm going to use for the further makings of you. So I started demonizing the makings of me, subconsciously and consciously. Every time my soul be like, hey, Ashley, what you doing there? Own yourself, like there's no guns allowed. I own myself, but it was a lot of subconscious, like dissonance or running from myself or who I was. So I channeled Marilyn Monroe, and it's really powerful. Goddess Link Up. It's not gonna be published until like probably 3-4 months, 4, 5, 6 months. Because again, now I'm not sitting on it. It was really powerful. I'm not sitting on it. It's just I have a sequential lineup. After I channel a podcast, like I publish them in order. Now there's been times where ancestral forces like, hey, Ashley, publish this now, because they're excited, like I'm excited. I'm like, no, we got a lineup. We got a specific order that we do this in. Like I channeled Neville Goddard, Dr. Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard, a spiritual teacher. All the things, spiritual guru, manifestation guru. I channeled Neville Goddard. He's like, Ashley, publish this now. I said, respect ancestral force. Baby, I have an operation. We have to go in order. We got to go in order here. So I'm going in order, and I'll publish that publishing soon. It was really amazing, really powerful, and helped me a lot of healing. And I hope it helps you whenever you perceive it. To accept myself, own myself as magic everywhere that I show up. Yeah, we gotta finish this plate off. Finish this live. With finishing the plate, we gonna clean this out. We gonna get our rice on the stove. We gonna get our brown sauce cooking. Let's breathe. Yeah, so channel Neville Goddard and a lot of other ancestral forces. Channeling a lot of other ancestral forces. a lot of ancestral forces to help out as we awaken in the masses and remember that we're one in God, one in the divine, one in limitless potentials. All right, we don't need this on yet, but we do need this back thing on. I think we need some water in here and turn it on. Oh. All right, we want to set in the intentions for our brown sauce so we can make magic, delicious, rich, savory, silky smooth. Delicious, rich, savory, silky smooth, delicious, rich, savory, silky smooth. Yeah. We got a lot of good existential wisdoms and lessons in this live, y'all. It's going to be saved. You know, Facebook deletes after 30 days. But after the 30 days, go to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. And you'll see, there's a couple of Ashley-Nicole Musics on YouTube, but you'll see my profile picture. There's another Chocolate Sister. But you'll see me. you'll see, oh, that's not Ashley. That's not the Ashley that I know. We go to the other Ashley. You might know that Ashley too, which is great. But just saying. Alrighty then. Spirit's like, no, you got a lot of wisdoms in. You know, you can chill. You can say what you want to say now. You didn't say everything we wanted you to say. Because like my soul knows who's gonna come across these videos, and my soul knows what whoever comes across the video, the soul knows what everybody's gonna need. Whoever encounters the video, soul's like, Ashley, you say everything we need you to say. You could really go ahead and wrap it up. I'm like, no, you could really just end the live and wrap it up. I was like, no, we gotta finish the plate. We gotta finish this plate, baby. We gotta finish this plate. All right, so we're making our brown sauce. It's giving Magic Meals, but then it's not, right? So we'll have the Magic Meals experience. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. It's really cool, a lot of fun, other things. Italian seasoning. Southern Italian seasonings. We're gonna do a little cayenne. We're gonna do a little bit of cayenne. I didn't give y'all the wisdoms, the tea, the interdimensional beings, the Arizona masturbation. The reason why they were so lackadaisical, like we were trafficking, we were assisting with trafficking humans. We'll stop. We understand God doesn't want this in creation anymore. We'll stop. Other things. The reason why they're so lackadaisical, because the way we perceive reality is not the way every being perceives reality, right? And we know that because we have all types of criminal organizations, in our conscious awareness. So, it's just garnering the wisdoms, no guns allowed, going to the heart space, go to prayer meditation. Baby, I can't make it make sense. Like, I can't make it make sense. I don't want to make it make sense, but I just want to be open to understanding that there's wisdoms to be garnered instead of just being mad, upset, angry, or all the things, or blaming, shame, or resenting. There's wisdoms to be garnered from the story instead of just being upset about it, Going to the heart space, prayer meditation, ask yourself about it. Like, what is it supposed to teach me about myself? That's all shoot, that's what I had to lean on heavy. That's all, baby. Lean on spirit heavy. I stay in prayer and meditation. Stay in prayer and meditation. I have to. We call it zealotry, where you seek God inside. And baby, now that I'm reminded how to be like this, how to live like this. That's how I live. That's how I live. Shoot. So yeah, I'll go to prayer and meditation about things. I'm like, shoot. Oh yeah. Like, so, like, you want to tell them why there was slavery? A dimension, because there's infinite dimensions to every story. We're gonna go ahead and we'll get into it. We'll get into it. We deep dive further in Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole, which is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. We also transcendentally channel, different ancestral forces and healing energies to heal these patterns and wounds, all the things. The slavery was many dimensions. I've done a lot of podcast installments. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole on Spotify. If you go to the top, just type in Marcus Garvey. That installment will come up. I channeled Marcus Garvey. I channeled an etheric, Afrocentric star being race, which was really, really cool. I really talk about this. No, we're gonna talk about. I channeled an Afrocentric etheric star being race, and then who else did we channel on that one? Martin Luther King Jr. And then it flowed into the second part of that same installment. I had to do it in 2 days, like 3-4 days actually. It was a 3-4 day production because the energies were just so heavy. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, you're gonna burn yourself out. We gotta slow down all the things. So it was like 3-4 day production. Normally, I'll produce Kingdom Things podcast in a day, like in a couple of hours. Like I'll record it in a couple of hours. That, like, we had pre-production one day where I was sitting in the spirit, divinating, healing with the ancestral forces, writing down on my divination, writing down on my paper, like all the healing wisdoms that came from sitting in the spirit and praying and meditating, writing down all the wisdoms from what I was feeling, what we were feeling in the spirit. And we talked about it in the podcast. And then it was so heavy. We were gonna channel that day, but the energies were so heavy that I had to go into the next day and produce the first half, where I channeled Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., and the another Afrocentric star being raised. I tell a story about a certain Afrocentric star being raised, and then I channel transcendentally another Afrocentric star being raised. And then the next installment, just go to Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on Spotify and type in "End of Slavery," and it'll come up. I channeled Harriet Tubman. I was like, really dope. I transcendentally, I channeled Harriet Tubman, which I was super excited about, because like if we have pride about any of our, African American ancestry, Harriet Tubman is like one of those people, ancestral forces that we're really proud of. So I channeled Harriet Tubman, including all the ancestral forces, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., all the things. I channeled Harriet Tubman. The second part, I channeled Harriet Tubman, and then the Pleiadians again, and then George Washington Carver. We got a lot of great wisdoms and a lot of great healing. That's why we called it the end of slavery, because the energies are literally created to reverberate within our DNA, human DNA, quantumly in our DNA, on our planet, to manifest a reality like we were talking about earlier, how reality creates, to manifest a reality that's less of slavery, because we still have the slavery on the planet, including us. We do things that that doesn't bring our soul joy to survive or get by. That's a dimension of slavery. This is a dimension of slavery. We were created to be in fullness and joy in our divine wisdoms and manifest a life that reflects that fullness and joy in our divine wisdoms, including our finances. Our divine presence is supposed to, our energy is supposed to attract our abundant finances. In abundant physical reality is not separate from our energy at all. That's a part of no longer demonizing our humanism. Our physical reality has 0 degrees of separation from our godhood, our God essence, our spirit. Because this reality is truly energy or spirit as well. It has 0 degrees of separation. It's removing the limiting beliefs that saying having a lot of money is evil, or being in joy is bad. removing those limiting beliefs so we can allow ourselves to attract to us the abundance, financial abundance, the wellness that we are, to enjoy this experience as divine presence or limitless potentials manifested as human beings or whatever your name is, to co-create reality the way we show up and the way we evolve our energy to help manifest wellness for all things. So slavery, it's karma. It's a galactic history, karma, slavery, enslavement of beings is karma. What goes around comes around. It's karma. Let me grab my thing. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's karma. I was in a spirit healing. We have the story of the Anunnaki of Nibiru. The Anunnaki of Nibiru. Anunnaki of Nibiru is recorded in ancient history. Anunnaki of ancient Sumeria, ancient Sumeria of Mesopotamia. The Anunnaki of Nibiru coming to planet Earth. It's inscribed in ancient tablets, cuneiform tablets. My soul's like, do you remember the name of the tablets? I'm like, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm in a different dimension. I gotta switch over all the things. Just maybe go to Google or go to your search engine on your websites, things on internets, and type in Sumer, Mesopotamia, ancient Coptic, ancient cuneiform tablets, Anunnaki, Nibiru, and they'll come up. They're gonna come right up. The Epic of Gilgamesh is a story I think that's told on the tablets. That's inscribed on the tablets. I'm channeling. The Epic of Gilgamesh is a story that is one of the stories inscribed on the ancient tablets that were found in ancient Sumeria, Mesopotamia. The Anunnaki of Nibiru. The Anunnaki of Nibiru, which is recorded in our ancient history on the tablets that were found in ancient Sumeria, Mesopotamia. Okay, we're about to get into it, y'all. I've channeled these Anunnaki. I don't know what's showing. I channeled these Anunnaki, or sky people, star beings. Star beings are told about in many ancient, or recorded in many ancient civilizations all over the planet. Star beings visiting human beings of planet Earth, co-creating, living, habitating with human beings of planet Earth. It's recorded in many ancient histories. In modern times, many civilizations communicate with multidimensional beings, all the things. The Western Hemisphere of the world is kind of behind on it. Eastern Hemisphere, other parts of the world, South America, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, they're aware of multidimensional beings and they commune with them, all the things. And I commune with them in my podcast. And my podcast, again, is a resource for, as we awaken and remember, for us to do it in joy and a certain comfort, knowing that we're not alone. As we awaken to our divine remembrance, our divine inheritance. So the Anunnaki of Nibiru, I channeled them on my podcast a few times, a plethora of times, right? There's one specific installment where I channeled the whole, darn near the whole pantheon, of the ancient Anunnaki of Nibiru, of Sumer, Mesopotamia. It's called, if you go to Spotify on the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips catalog. In the search bar, type in DNA activation. Type in 12-strand DNA activation. It'll come up. There's more in the title, but just type in 12-strand DNA activation. It'll come up. So I channeled them in that podcast, and then I was creating a song one night. So legend has it in a Coptic text, cuneiform tablets. Legend has it that the Anunnaki and Nibiru came here and they created a slave race out of humanity. Now, if I continue this sentence, I'm going to have to tell the whole story. Because I've garnered higher wisdom so that we're no longer victims of what we experience. But we understand that everything we experience is a part of the makings of us. Let me go tend to my sauce for 1 minute. Give me a beat. Let me take a beat, and I'm gonna come back and tell this story. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh shoot! I need more bouillon. I'm channeling, when I talk and speak, I'm channeling these wisdoms, all the things. There's a lot of high vibrational energies. And I really need to finish my sauce, so there's that too. There's this too. Okay, cooking. Okay, so legend has it, Anunnaki and Nibiru came to planet Earth and created a slave race out of humanity through tampering with our genes, our DNA, or the evolution of the makings of us, of humanity of planet Earth. Because they had, it's like humanity. It seems like overnight y'all became the Sumerians of ancient Sumer Mesopotamia became a sophisticated civilization. It seems like overnight. Meaning there was a rapid evolution in our humanism overnight. Sumer Mesopotamia, ancient Sumer Mesopotamia, we had mathematics, we had record keeping, we had literature, sciences, and understanding of our sciences, all the things, seemingly overnight. Coming from like a Neolithic Neanderthal, if you will, beingness. It's like overnight y'all became sophisticated. How? And this is when we get the epic of Gilgamesh. I'm stuttering because I'm channeling high vibrational energies. So we get the epic of Gilgamesh and other ancient texts that were left for us to find, quite frankly. There for us to find, to remember who we are. So it's recorded in ancient texts that the Anunnaki of Nibiru, planet X in our solar system, Nibiru being planet X of our solar system, Anunnaki of Nibiru came to planet Earth, Sumer Mesopotamians, and created a slave race out of humanity by tampering with our DNA. One night, I was working on one of my albums. I don't remember which song it was. I wish I did. But whenever I create music, I divinate. I'm in the spirit heavy. I'm healing all the things. I'm speaking to the ancestral forces. I'm uplifting paradigms. I'm garnering wisdoms, and I channel those healing energies and lyrics, all the things into the music. So one night I created music, and it was kind of like a side note. It was like a side note conversation. Like the Anunnaki and Nibiru chimed in, and they were trying to see what I knew. Trying to open me up to open me up to understanding new dimensions of myself, of reality, all the things. Because I did a little bit of study, but my soul kind of kept me away from really tapping into the Anunnaki of Nibiru story, because my soul didn't want me to take on the victim disposition that a lot of our culture has when it comes to the Anunnaki of Nibiru. If you look at the Anunnaki of Nibiru story, a lot of our culture demonizes the Anunnaki of Nibiru. So my soul kind of kept me away from really studying this, because my soul wanted me to have like a fresh, what my soul wanted me to teach me. My soul wanted to teach me about who Anunnaki and Nibiru is, not learn it from like what we already have here, right? So one night I was recording a song. It's on one of the albums, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I don't remember which. It's a newer project. I think it was Goddess Things. It was a record on Goddess Things. And they chimed in and they were like, do you know why we came to planet Earth? Legend has it, they came to mine gold. They came looking for gold because their planet needed it to restore its ecosystem. So legend has it, they came to mine gold. I was like, for gold? They were like, no, to colonize. I said, my jaw hit the floor. They said no to colonize, Ashley. I said, because the way we perceive it, they just came here, didn't have any intentions but to ravage the planet, take resources. Oh, they're like, no, we came there to colonize, Ashley. And God told me, whenever anything happens in any dimension of reality, it's me telling a story to create more evolution or to create more existence or the more makings of us. They're like, no, we came here to colonize, to play our part in the divine story. Everything we did on the planet, all the things, it was a part of the evolution of divine creation. We know this. And however y'all perceive us, however we perceive you, is a part of the divine story or the evolution of all things. It's about stepping into a higher vibrational awareness of how creation works. Nothing is to be our predator. We're not to be anybody's prey. Nothing is to be our prey. All the things, vice versa, all the things. The predator-prey consciousness is stepping into a higher wisdom instead of going to using our guns. No guns allowed. Instead of going into shaming, blaming, resenting, fearing, stepping into our inner space, asking ourselves, hey soul, what is this supposed to teach me about myself? Anunnaki and Nibiru said, hey, Ashley, we can't let it colonize. We didn't make you a slave race. We gave you galactic DNA. We indoctrinated you with galactic divine DNA, multidimensional DNA. We're one dimension of many stories that assisted with the evolution and makings of humanity. Because what reality creates in gestational phases or parallel realities, they're like one dimension of the makings of the modern day human being of planet Earth was the indoctrination of your DNA by the Anunnaki and Nibiru that seeded and evolved, assist with evolving humanism through the ancient Sumerians, Mesopotamian story, occurrences, timelines of reality. They're like, we gave y'all 12-strand DNA. We didn't take it away from you. We didn't make you a slave race. That wasn't our intentions. But hey, they gave us a 12-strand DNA, but how do we activate it? We didn't activate it for you. No, we gave you it, but we didn't activate it. No. How does the 12-strand DNA activate? Through evolution, through time, space and time, through the makings of you. We know eventually y'all will remember who y'all are, or y'all will walk into, evolve into divine presence, a remembrance that you are light, you are limitless potentials, having a human experience to grow and evolve all of limitless potentials. We knew y'all remember this. But it wasn't for us to jumpstart y'all like that. We played our part. They're like, we played our part. And we need y'all to baby, garner the wisdoms from the parts played. Forgive and forgive yourselves, because we are one truly. So Anunnaki came to planet Earth. I know we talk about slavery. Anunnaki and Nibiru came to planet Earth, like created a slave race out of humanity. Why? How? Because they gave us sophistication or divine evolution, where we're no longer just like in caves and just like grazing in the pasture. We're no longer just animalistic mammals, but we're sophisticated, divine, intelligent beings. The way they tampered with our DNA. It was up to us in our evolution to evolve into activating into our divine presence, activating to our remembrance that we are one with the universal forces and limitless potentials, and aligning with our limitless potentials and creating from the inside, from the inner space. We are full, F-U-L-L and F-O-O-L. We have everything inside. Also, we don't know everything, but we know where to go inside to create or embody energies to manifest a reality that reflects what we want to actually experience. This is our higher beingness. Anything out of the alignment of the understanding that we create our realities and everything that we experience is a direct reflection of our own energetic embodiment, is a form of slavery. Because this is our divine right to remember this. This is our divine right to be this. Existential wisdoms, existential remembrance that we create our reality through our energetic embodiment and the way we build our thought patterns. I know Ashley came here to colonize, and I said, well, okay. Now, Anunnaki and Nibiru did bring slaves here. They actually did have slaves though. They had slaves, but they said we didn't intentionally make y'all a slave race, but we had slaves. And I channeled the ancestral forces, mama and papa energies, that are the parents of the Anunnaki of Nibiru, that are also our parental forces. We are limitless potential consciousness that incarnate as human beings. The human DNA, human genome is also limitless potential consciousness, but it's an evolution, so it only knows so much. Our souls are the limitless omnipotent presences that extend beyond our human at any moment. Simultaneously, our human extends as well, but we're teaching our humans through our soul, being taught by our souls. We're teaching our humans how to remember that we're one with all things. And that's the multidimensionality of divine creation, of existence. I just felt guided to say this. Now, the Anunnaki and the Nibiru, they had a slave race. The Gigis. The Gigis. You can research them, all the things that people put at the heart space. But your soul might want you to go to your soul first. Go to your heart space first. And ask your soul, however you feel guided. So, they're like, no, we had slaves, but we didn't intentionally make y'all a slave race. Now, we had y'all doing what we wanted y'all to do, but we didn't intentionally make them. They're like, we had y'all doing what we wanted y'all to do, yeah, but we didn't intentionally make y'all a slave race. That wasn't our intention. They're just saying yes. Like, they were like, no, y'all were doing what we wanted y'all to do, but we didn't intend to make y'all a slave race as y'all see slavery. There's a lot of other dimensions and moving parts that co-created all the things. We're no longer being victims. We're understanding that everything we experienced was a part of the makings of us to graduate us into our human dharmic purpose. Remembrance that we're biblically prophesied, second coming of Christ. Remembering that we're limitless potentials, a divine presence with the illusion of finite or form, having a human experience. To remember more conscious awareness and conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials, our wellness to balance to assist with growing and evolving all things. I channel Lyra Memes, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole on Spotify. Lyran Kingdom Resurrect. That's why I channel the Mama Pop forces. Their evolution spans far and wide, but beyond ours, as well as the Anunnaki of Nibiru. And they're like, we would have forbade for our children to bring slavery into our karmic history. We would have forbade, like, for any children that are in our karmic history to perpetuate slavery, because that goes towards our ancestral lineage and our ancestral karma, all the things. They're like, we would have forbade slavery. We would forbade it. Lyran Kingdom Resurrect, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole on YouTube and Spotify is where I channel those wisdoms, these wisdoms. We come from a long stemming race of war. We come from a long history of war, slavery, all the things, energetic imbalance in galactic history. And again, it's a part of the makings of us. Everything, whenever God needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. It's a part of the makings of us. Oh, yeah, we're going to wind down. We're going to finish up this food, kind of chill out a little bit, because we done said a lot. I'm sure it's like 2+ hours on this live. We got a lot of good wisdoms, good remembrances, all the things. Again, this is going to be reposted. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Playlist section, you'll see Facebook Lives. Save Facebook Lives. Ooh. Soul healing. Soul healing. Well, I gotta get my vegetable. Oh yeah, I'm gonna roast the vegetables separately. Yeah, I'm gonna do that roast the vegetables separately. So yeah, we stem from a long, it's part of the makings of us, the imbalances. But now we're cleaning it up. And it's all of our jobs to assist towards the cleanup by going inside, connecting with our inner space, and asking our souls, what we need to know to become more consciously aware, to consciously embody our limitless potentials or our soul's high vibrational, wise, balanced energies from well beyond space and time, from near and far, near and far, near and far. like hot fire. Divine connection, stay there. Evolution takes time. Yeah, when I wanna wake up and fly, healing vibration, bending vibration with my mind, feeling like water, exploring the vibrations and shapes of fine, tender abundance, soft whispers, channels straight from the heart to elevate, priestess. This is that universal reset, something like a remix. This is that universal reset, yeah, something like a remix. That's my song, Tender Abundance. It is available to stream on the channel, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Playlist section, Agape the album, you'll find Tender Abundance. Tender Abundance. Yes, and yes. Life is a journey, not a race. My soul has to perpetually remind me of this. And that's what Tender Abundance is about. My soul is like, hey, reality exists. Every moment of your reality is tender abundance. Everything is tender abundance. It's a part of the makers of you. Soul healing, feeling like heartburn. Divine connection states that evolution takes time. When I want to wake up and fly. Been a vibration with my mind. Feeling like water. Exploring different vibrations and shapes I find. Tender abundance. Soft whispers. Channels straight from the heart to elevate. Resets. This is that universal reset. Something like a remix. I already have a bowl. I do have a bowl situation. This is that universal reset. All right, y'all. We're gonna finish up the dish. I'm gonna make a tradition on the lives where I finish the dish on the live. We're gonna finish this dish. Let's finish it up in like 7 minutes. It'll be done. We'll say 7 minutes. We'll be done in 7 minutes. We're gonna have to wrap this up. Yup. So I can go sit down and relax, eat my dinner, sit down and relax with smacks. Relax. Okay. We need to go ahead and put a lid on our rice. And like that. Put our vegetables in a roaster. Put our plate over here. Our plate over there. Thing in the roaster. Our veggies, we have carrots. Am I eat all these carrots? It's a lot of carrots. I'm not gonna eat all these carrots. I'll roast them though. I'll roast all of them. I'm not gonna eat all of them tonight. It's the whole carrot. Throw them in the roaster, in the air roast. We said 7 minutes. We said we're gonna finish it up in 7 minutes. Turn sauce back up. Now I was gonna like put cornstarch in this sauce to thicken it up, but I like the vibe. That's not what I normally do. And then I'll strain the sauce to make sure it's silky. I'm gonna leave it like this. We're gonna vibe out like this, the way it is. Let me taste it though. Let me put some pepper in here. Let me taste it. Let me taste it. Let me taste it. Let me taste it. It's different than from what I thought it was gonna be. It's how magic meal goes. I'm following my intuitive guidance. My soul's like, hey, let's do a different vibe. I actually got, cause I was like, normally when I do my brown sauces, I'll get just like a regular veggie bouillon, my spices, pepper, all the things. And then I'll like add some cornstarch or flour to thicken it up. But I got a bouillon that's chicken and tomato different. Chicken tomato bouillon, I never had it, but I like tomato a lot. So I got it, intuitively got it. I got the chicken and tomato bouillon, and I just tasted it. I'm like, it don't need too much. You don't need to put too much else in that because it tastes really good the way it is. All right, we're almost done. Let me start this rice. Let me put a lid on this, on my sauce, my silky soup sauce. That's delicious. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's really tasty. It reminds me of this place my family likes to visit whenever we're in Austin. It's called Casa Columbia. I think it's on East 7th Street. It reminds me of the sauce that they put. It reminds me of the sauce that they put with their rice and vegetable plate. And that sauce is good. So I'm really glad this is what I cooked. I'm really glad it's what I made. So put the lid on the sauce so it stays warm. Turn the fire off. We got our vegetables in the roaster. We gotta stir up our rice a little bit so it doesn't get all clumpy and things. And we're about to play. We're about to play. We're about to play. All right, got our bowl over there. Let me clean up a little bit. A little bit more water in this rice. The water's running low. I mean, it's cooking off, but the rice isn't cooked. And the rice isn't cooked, so I need to add the water in the thing. It's tasty. Tasty. It's a good choice. It's a good, solid choice. Caldo de tomate. Caldo de... Baby, I'm playing with myself. You know, baby, you know you can read some Spanish, Ashley. Don't play with yourself. Not on live. Not about reading Spanish. Caldo de... tomate. Caldo de tomate con sabor de pollo. Period. Like, don't play with yourself. Actually, you know you can read that. Don't play like that. Caldo de tomate con sabor de pollo. That's what this is. It's different. I've never had snore. I never had tomato bouillon. It's good. Try it. It's good. Chicken and tomato, baby, is good. It tastes really delicious. I'm not gonna roast the. It's 2 more minutes on a roast for the vegetables. We're not gonna roast them cook them too much. I want to leave some of the nutrients in there, so we're gonna leave them a bit raw on the rawer side. Also, I was like, hey, Ashley, finish the lyrical breakdown for 9 Ether Freestyle. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it's all. 9 Ether Freestyle is available to stream. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube, playlist section, Yin Yang the album. I've rapped in that, and we talked about it like last live, but we didn't finish the lyrical breakdown. I don't feel like it's too much. I already did say, baby, too many high vibrational energies. The perfect amount of high vibrational energies, but I don't want to. Not right now. Not right now. But 9 Ether Freestyle, Ashley-Nicole music, 9 Ether Freestyle. Playlist section, Yin Yang the album. I rap on that. I also rap June 9th Prayer. Oh, now we can do a lyrical breakdown to Lights. I have a few rap songs. I just got excited because we can do a lyrical breakdown on this one. I have a few rap songs that, like a montage. The last 9 albums I did over the last 2 years. It's a lot of rap. It's a few rap songs. So you have 9 Ether Freestyle, June 9th Prayer, Yin Yang the album, playlist section, Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. And you have Lights Over Katy, Texas, Goddess Things the album, Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Now the space I was in when I channeled Lights Over Katy, Texas, I was at the more of a beginning stage of my stand up. I was more at the beginning stage for my spiritual evolution. So I was just remembering myself. I was still in spirit heavy, meditating, praying every day per divine guidance. Like God's like, Ashley, I need you to become everything I created you to be. Follow your intuition. I was in prayer and meditation heavy. And I've been wanting to do a rap song for a long time because one of my favorite rappers is Lil Wayne. I love his rapping. I like his use of figurative language. I like his magic. Like the way he bends words like magic. I love it. I like all the things. I really love it. I like how he switches subjects, all the things, topics. Like one moment he's talking about something, and the next one he uses like a metaphor, analogy, or figurative language to start talking about something else, and it still is parallel to what he was talking about before. All the things. I love it. It's like word wizardry. I love it. Right. So my soul knows that's why I love Lil Wayne's rapping. That's one of the reasons why, I love Lil Wayne's rapping. So I woke up one day and my soul was like, are you ready to make that like a record like this? I said, yes. I said, surely. I talked to myself. My soul was like, you ready to make a record like that? I said, yes. So I was like, let's do it. My soul guided me to the instrumental online. And at first I was like, no. My soul was like, no, that's it. That's the instrumental. I was like, okay. I downloaded it. I bounced it to the computer. And my soul was like, listen closely. I said, okay. And my soul fed me line by line, word by word, the song Lights Over Katy, Texas. And that's how a lot of my music works. But this song specifically, my soul fed me that line by line. Like consciously, I was like, hey, these are the words, these are the lyrics, line by line. And I didn't even listen to the whole instrumental yet. But my soul was like, no, that's it. Just go ahead and put it there. We're going to make it. And then I would get those lines, and then I'll start rapping over the beat in the way it dropped and wrote the words wrote on the beat, the cadence on the beat. It was magical. I was like, it was magic, pure magic. I was like, whoa. Now, as far as my conscious awareness of myself, at the time, like my soul is a mastery in the remembrance that all things are one, and that to love all things unconditionally, because it's one with you, and everything's only trying to teach you about yourself. So love everything in the way that you understand that everything is you. In regard to the wisdoms from your experience in yourself, instead of being mad, resentful, angry, shame and guilt in different dimensions of yourself, love the wisdoms. If you don't love the actual experience, focus on the wisdoms from the experience. Love the wisdoms and how the wisdoms grow and evolve you. Now, when I channel, rice is fine. The rice is fine. No rice debacles on this live. The rice is fine. When I started working on Lights Over Katy, Texas, I was more in a depressive era of my existence where I was in I was healing, but I still was I felt like I was blaming. I lacked accountability. I lacked self-accountability, radical self-acceptance, all the things. So some things that I said, I wouldn't say it. Like, I wouldn't choose to record today. Like, I wouldn't choose to say today. Because my soul's like, hey, Ashley, say things you want to experience. Say things that you want to feed into your own existence and other people's existence to be wellness and medicine. Because music is truly technology to create wellness and medicine through your vibrations, your words, all the things. I knew that, but that's where I was. And my soul also told me, hey, Ashley, that song helped you evolve into you. Creating that song, experiencing that song, listening to that song, helped you evolve into the person you are today. So just like you needed that song for your evolution, how it helped you, however it helped you, you need it for your evolution. Whoever needs a song for their evolution, they're going to find it as well. So, it's okay. It's fine. It's a part of the makers of you. Any given moment, any given season that you are. Lights Over Katy, Texas. Goddess Sings, the album. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Go stream it. It's available to stream now. About to get into lyrical breakdown. Let me check on my rice. I'm nervous. I love this song, but I'm nervous to do a lyrical breakdown. Let me check on my rice. Lights Over Katy, Texas. Okay. Song starts with, the video is really cool. You can just, I did a visual to it. The visual is available as well. Goddess Sings the album on my channel. It's in the playlist. Goddess Sings the album. I did a visual. The song goes, and it was my soul speaking to me through me. My name sounds alarms to let you know it's all love. It was never harm. My name sounds alarms to let you know it's all love. It was never harm. If we're talking chicken, let it be because we're ordering parm. If we're talking chicken, let it be because we're ordering parm. We're not afraid. If we're ever talking chicken, we're ordering chicken parmesan. If we're talking chicken, let it be because we're ordering parm. I'm forgetting my lyrics again. Now we're gonna flow. We're gonna remember this. Now we're gonna remember. We're gonna remember. I do this all the time on my lyrical breakdowns, all the time. We're gonna remember this though. Okay. My name sounds alarms to let you know it's all love. It was never harm. If we're talking chicken, let it be because we're ordering parm. Bringing crops like I live on a farm. Veiled up, I'm talking head, shoulders, arms. To remind myself that I'm God's sacred charm. I'm witty, I'm funny, I'm smart. I'm quick in the kitchen, I intuit and flick the wrist. I not talking Houston livestock when I'm on rodeo taking flicks and pics. Negative thoughts get acknowledged and then dismissed. When God wiped me up, that's the only time I really miss. Looked in the mirror and said, you deserve carrots. And don't forget the 3 C's, courage, kindness, and complete autonomy. Kindness doesn't begin with the C, but don't those words feel good to the soul? Well, okay then, it's what you know. It's okay to hit that face. Nostrils flaring, now tell me how that tastes. I said I wanted to go to Mars, so I hopped up in my spaceship and got that space lit. Pick your jaw up off the floor. Doctor's gonna be real fucking busy getting hit up for that facelift. If I don't do it now, it's okay. I'm patient, manifesting miraculous things on my amazing grace shit. He wanted to put me somewhere no one could find me. So I ended up in Katy, Texas. I ended up in Katy, Texas. I had no car, not even pushing a Lexus. Over a mile walk to the store to get groceries for breakfast. Like I forgot to charge my Tesla. The universe says I'm a big investor. Balancing my sacral chakra, so all you see is orange in my aura, like my name was Chester. All you see is orange in my aura, like my name was Chester. Are you seeing orange in my aura? Like my name is Chester. My hands stay clean. You wouldn't even, that's not the word lyrics. Orange in my aura, but I was flowing and going. You know, it's okay though. We're going to pick it up. We're going to keep on going. I'm not choking. I'm chill. I'm not choking. I'm not choking. Chill. All you see is orange in my aura. Like my name is Chester. Keep my hands clean. You would never know I was just eating Cheetos. I was just being silly. Because, you know, I'm not a gangster. Keep my hands clean. You never know I was just eating Cheetos. I'm not a gangster, baby. I was eating Cheetos, but you wouldn't know because I keep my hands clean. I wash my hands afterwards. Keep my hands clean. You never know I was just eating Cheetos. Order takeout, it gotta be Casa Amigos. Earth Angel, the light go where I go. 10 toes to the journey. First class when I fly, though. Voice was colonized. I didn't speak what I knew. I spoke what I was taught. Taught ended on hard rock. Bottom. Ancestors say you were lying, though. Was watching too much Drew Carey and Wayne Brady. Forgot your line. Flow down lows like Wu Wei, Lao Tzu, Dowdy Ching things. On the river of life like I'm on a better things. Ruby red stones and opal. All up in my chain. Caraway perforated Windsor seats. All up in my range. LED pixel headlights on the range when it rains. On the river of life like I'm on the better things. Committed to my divine mirror. I like his shine. Like the twinkle in my ring. On the river of life like I'm on the better things. I'm not searching for clout. Goddess era, I attract things. Bring back the stretch limousines. Bring back the stretch limousines. Bring back the cited sources. My soul. Dao Di Ching. Ancient Chinese philosopher. Flow. No, Lao Tzu. Dao Di Ching. Flow. My soul. Lao Tzu. Dao Di Ching. Flow. That's Lights Over KD Texas. It is available to stream. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Baby, that's very, oof. When I tell you, when my soul fed me that line by line, I was like, whoa. And there's so many wisdoms in there. It's a bit of aggression, all the things. But, you know, it's where I was at the time. Passive aggression. It's where I was at the time. I hope it brings you joy, wellness, remembrance. Remembrance, all things well and balanced for your soul journey as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. That was Lights Over KD Texas. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Again, playlist section. Goddess Sings album. There is a visual as well, which is pretty cool. Super cool. Let's go ahead and play our dinner, and then we're going to say our salutations. Salutations. Let's clean up a little bit as well. All up in my chain. All up in my rain. All up in my rain. Okay, let's get our food. We have our bowl. Yeah, I don't know how this. No, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, I don't know how this sauce gonna sit on this rice. I don't know how the sauce is gonna look on this rice. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want y'all to see me plate, or if I don't wait till I plate and then show y'all the bowl. I'm gonna wait till I plate and then show the bowl, and then we'll show the bowl. All right, so we have our rice perfectly cooked. Done. I'm gonna eat some ice cream or frozen yogurt after this. I'm not gonna eat all the rice. I'll save some for tomorrow. Some for tomorrow. Tomorrow. Mañana. Yeah, I'll save the rest for tomorrow. Another song that I really enjoyed from that era of my existence. So we had, that was Lights Over KD Texas on Goddess Sings the EP. I also did Goddess Sings the EP story time. You can, it's saved to the playlist. But another song that I really enjoyed during that era of my life was Lullaby. My soul, baby, gifted that to me because I needed it at the time. I really needed it. I woke up like in pain at the heart space, crying. My soul was like, it's soul healing, Ashley. You know, it's high vibrational energies move with your heart space to heal your soul, mind, body, soul, spirit. I woke up crying, and my soul was like, let's make a song. And that's where me and my soul created Lullaby. My heart sings for you, I call it lullaby. Let it pacify you when your soul cry. My heart sings for you, I call it lullaby. Let it pacify you when your soul cry. I was like, thank you, soul. I was like, whoa. Lullaby by Ashley-Nicole, available Ashley-Nicole music, available to stream for free, Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. The visuals on there as well. And I did a video countdown, my music, explaining my visuals, how they came about. That's available to stream on the channel as well. The co-creation with my soul and all the dimensions of reality for the makings of Lullaby, the music video, the visual was so magical. And I share the experience about the makings of the song and the visual on the channel, the video countdown video. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. So yeah, that song Lullaby, and then Chefing Up North, I really enjoyed creating during this time. Chefing Up North, it's a rap song too. It's really short. Like I could really sing it right now. I can rap right now. The visuals on the channel as well. Chefing Up North. Stay in the sky. Let me get the. Stay in the clouds. Let me get this. Stay in the clouds. Let me get the sky. Stay in the sky. Let me get the clouds. Stay in the sky. Let me get the clouds on my fingernails. Let go of my pride. Deep breath. Jump. Then exhale. It always ends up well. No, from an angel, trust it always ends up well. No horses in this race. My horse is staying in the stable. Thank God I'm able. Flights up north like I'm addicted to maple. Energetically evolving, cutting cords like we forgot to pay for the cable. Name branded before I even sell at the staple. Dear heart, I'm able. Within the heavens is where my plaque go. Click, clack, the sound of my sandals walking on marble floors. Within the heavens is where my plaque go. Click, clack, the sound of my sandals walking on marble floors. Grand doors open the balconies with views of ocean floors. Indian Seychelles, posting pics with Moroccan angles. We talking Italy if we talking Naples. Other than saving myself, we talking Cardiff, we talking Cape though. If I'm ordering Mexican, so fritos, frijoles, charo, tortilla, y chile con queso. Make it fuego. That's Chefing Up North. It's on Goddess Sings album. The visual as well. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Do you hear the New York accent? I came back from, I'll tell y'all the short story time, how that song came about. I just came back from New York City. Me and my family flew out to New York City August of 2023. My sister Kayla, shout out to you, love you, all the things. All of the things that are in wellness, balance for the university line, for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. My sister Kayla had a show at Bowery Ballroom, and my family flew out to New York City to see her at Bowery Ballroom. Her band Bleed the Pig. So we went out there, and I was healing with the ancestral forces, y'all. Ooh, baby. As soon as I got into New York City, I thought New York City was going to be stressful. I did vlogs. I recorded the experience. I encapsulated the experience. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Go to the playlist section. My vlogs are called, my vlog series, Dear Diary, Sincerely, Ashley-Nicole music. Baby, when I first stepped up in New York City, flew over the city, baby, there's shots in the vlogs of flying over the city, which is really beautiful and magical, by the way, BTW. If you never done it, it's beautiful. Flying over the cities, landed in New York City. I thought I was gonna be stressed out. Cause you know, there's a stereotype that New Yorkers are like rude. I thought I was gonna be stressed out. All the things. No, all the things in wellness and balance. I've been saying all the things a lot in this era of my life. I need to say all the things in wellness and balance. All the things in wellness and balance. I thought I was gonna be stressed out when I got to New York City. That was not the case. So many ancestral forces from left or right, like helping me heal in the spirit, and I knew that. I knew my soul was calling in like the help, because my soul was telling me, "Hey, Ashley, when you go to New York City, it's spiritual work. Go out there and heal yourself. You know, love the experience, but garner wisdoms from your experience and heal about it, other things." And I record the wisdoms and stuff that I got from the spirit ancestral forces in New York City. I recorded them in the blog. You can go watch the blogs. Dear Diary, Sincerely, Ashley-Nicole music. It's called New York City. New York City. There's 3 vlogs. In New York City, New York City, New York City again, and She's a Goddess. 3 different vlogs. Came back from New York City, and I just knew I was a New Yorker. I knew I was, baby. I knew I'm a New Yorker. Like, I'm a New Yorker now. Like, still, like, I'm really, why did I use a Toronto slang right there? I don't know. I'm a New Yorker. Like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't a New Yorker when I came back. You couldn't tell me I wasn't, baby. I was validated by the city, the ancestors of the city, baby. We chatted it up, we healed it up, baby. I was validated by the city. We healed together. I was like, you couldn't tell me I was a New Yorker. So I was like, I gotta make a song so I can encapsulate this energy. That's why I made Chefing Up North. That's why I was kind of singing. I was like rapping with the accent because I didn't know how not to. I didn't know how not to rap with the accent, baby. I just came back from New York. I just came back from New York. I don't know how not to rap with the accent. I was like, I don't know how not to rap with it. So, baby, I rap with the accent. Yes, I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas. I rap with a New York accent on that record, Chefing Up North. Yeah, that's why. All right, we're gonna go in our veggies, place it on top of our bowl. Now this is like a soup. This is low-key like a soup. I knew it was gonna sit like this. Like it's different. It's eclectic. This is an eclectic dish. And I knew it was gonna be, but it tastes well. All the things. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it. Let me get the vegetables. Our vegetables. No horses in this race, my horses stay in the stable. Thank God I'm able. Flights up north like I'm addicted to maple. Energetically evolving, cutting cords like we forgot to pay for the cable. Name branded before I even sell out the staple. Dear heart, I'm able. Within the heavens is where my plaque go. Click, clack, the sound of my sandals walking on marble floors. Within the heavens is where my flag go. Where my flag go. Where our plaque goes. We are one. We are one. All right, cool. Plate's done. Y'all, we did it. I'm excited to see how alive this is. Facebook reminded the modern me like, hey, Ashley, there's an account, Ashley Phillips. She's been on live for like 7 hours. Normally we don't allow this, but she's talking her shit. We gonna allow it. They Facebook monitors, they're like, shit, she's been on there for a long, baby, it's probably a long live. Probably, baby, over 2 hours. Let me clean up a little bit, and then we gonna go ahead and exit out this love. We're gonna say our salutations. Put this under here. My stepdad force, when I was growing up, he would be like, clean as you go. When you're in the kitchen, clean as you go. So I'm cleaning up as I go. Hi, Greg, if you're watching. So yeah, this is our dinner. We have our dinner here. It was supposed to be a brown sauce. We say brown sauce, more like a soup sauce. It's okay. It's really tasty. And our slightly roasted carrots and green beans over our rice. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator for later. All right, y'all. I remember that meme, the lady like with the pink blazer. She's like, she's tired. That's me right now. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. This is a long live, a lot of really great wisdoms channeled, a lot of great healing forces and energies channeled, spoken about. Whatever resonates with your heart space, you're more than welcome to align with for your journey of soul evolution into more wellness and balance. Conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of your limitless potentials. As universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, and so shall it be. Again, my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, is available to stream for free on YouTube as well as Spotify. Subscribe and follow to join the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. My music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream on YouTube for free at this time. Well, for free. When it streams other places, baby, if you have a subscription, all the things, you gonna get it for free as well, but like you pay for your subscriptions, that's beyond the point. My music is available, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube at this time. My literature, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, we spoke about that earlier. It is available to purchase, Amazon Bookstore, physical copies, as well as digital copies. Go into Kingdom Things Podcast, the description of the latest video, and you'll find a link to purchase your copies, whether you're doing digital or physical. If you're doing physical copies, 2 bindings, all 3 stories. Digital copies, 3 different downloads, $29.97 plus tax for digital, $29.98 plus tax for physical. If you didn't catch the synopsis of the books earlier in the live, if you go to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, listen to any of my songs at the end of the songs, most of them. except on the album A Story Worth Telling, some of the songs don't have the trailer. There's a trailer ad to the books, The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. If you didn't catch the synopsis earlier, go to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, listen to any of the songs. Most of the songs, again, A Story Worth Telling, not all of the songs have the ad on there. But all the other albums, all the songs have the ad on there. Listen to the song. At the end of the song, the synopsis trailer of the books is there. Again, available digital download as well as physical copies. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We do powwow sessions, calm our inner space, whatever the ancestral forces tell us to heal up about our humanism, we heal it up. Channel the healing wisdoms, energies. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube. My animated series, Osseous Story, is available to stream on YouTube. AP Short Stories on YouTube. Again, go to Kingdom Things Podcast. In the description of the video, you'll see the link to the channel for the animated series, which you're able to stream for free. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I intuitively cook all the things with all the things that are with wellness and balance. All the things that are for wellness and balance. We go to the grocery store, whatever the ancestors tell us to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We use mystery ingredients. All the things. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube. I do take powwow sessions, individual powwow sessions. If you want to book your individual powwow session, you're able to do so. Again, the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips video description. You'll see the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Square portal. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truth. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you embody, be, consciously, more of your limitless potentials. We'll see y'all later. Good night, Miss Rabbi Cherry. Good night, Miss Cherry. Y'all have a great night. Bye.